Where last we left our coterie, a new night had fallen. And they'd begun going about the city to prepare for their trip across the Atlantic. The previous night began... Well, actually, the previous night wrapped up with the party, the coterie, making sure that Benedict would not be a danger to himself and others via his own smell. Surrounding him with... Well, putting him on new clothes and surrounding him with burning incense, while chastising him over his decision to go and speak to one of the vampires, hunting them for their failures, and attempting to
Hunting by
eradicate
scent.
them with failure. Yeah, by scent, as that vampire uses big, scary hunting dogs. Real dangerous. Additionally...
Only if you like to not be inanimate.
Additionally, Kemlutai and Christoph von Castile went out to take a look at the ship, which Kemlutai's contact, Michael Thornton, was offering to sell them. While there, they discovered the ship was haunted, actively, and has a spirit of its own. While there, Kemlutai discovered Christoph had some sort of a spectral force surrounding him as well. And then the two of them went about aiding the crew in achieving their vengeance by sneaking off, capturing one of the captains of their potential escape vectors, and dragging him back to the ship, where he was hoisted by the spine into the air and savagely beaten to death by the ghosts. Additionally, the local Inquisition forces discovered this, as Christoph decided it was a good time to release his magical ability to silence an area, right about when a man was being brutally beaten to death. Causing a bit of a stink on the docks, allowing our vampires to escape undetected.
Whoops.
But, you know, there is some notoriety surrounding that vessel at the moment. Whether or not it's good or a bad thing, we'll find out.
We can just rebrand, right?
Mm-hmm. Additionally, Evelyn had some conversations with Mary, including using a ritual to delve into her history, discovering the identities of her sire and the vampire who sired her sire, as well as her clan. She is a... what are they called again? Ventru. In her origins. After that, the next morning came, the day passed, and the night fell. You awoke to find Mary had a new set of clothes. I'll blow her token up a little bit so y'all can see the new fit. Christoph and Evelyn's servants, well, the butler isn't much of a servant, went and purchased her some new clothes because, you know, tattered scullery maid doesn't really look good when on a transatlantic boat ride.
Not the vibe.
Not really the best look. Just doing
So cute. Let's
After
protect.
that, well, Christoph had another word with his mentor, who gave him a large sum of money and wished him his best. Benedict found several of his boxing fans and those seeking adventure to join the cruise, and Evelyn found several religious types and effectively missionaries to join the ship as well, Christoph, did you do anything that morning, or that
Went
evening?
hunting.
Ah, yes, you went to fill your stomach. And Kimrutai, you sent a large amount of letters and notes.
Yes.
Transcribed from your astral projection to the ghosts of the fallen aboard your vessel.
Yes, and went to get stuff with Kristoff from her little hideout.
Evelyn is not as jet-lagged as Majorca is.
Oh, shit.
Bad for roleplay, good for dice rolling.
Oh boy.
And we reunite in the small chapel on the outskirts of London. I'm gonna say probably around 7 o'clock in the evening. So, my vampires, what do?
Let's go meet my contact. Are we ready to conclude the deal?
Did we confirm the cost? Especially since what happened last night?
That definitely has to be discussed. Better, unless we have any other business at the moment, would be good to finally confirm on the cost of the ship altogether.
I have no further reason to delay myself.
What should I say to him?
Do you need me to come with you?
She nods.
All right.
Okay. So, who all is going to the meeting with Michael Thornton?
You know,
I guess Evelyn is.
you're not gonna let the girls go by themselves, eh?
Right.
As that sounds, I will also tag along. Christoph.
Yeah, Benedict will be staying as well.
But Benedict, we staying or we going with?
He is staying.
Okay. So that's going to be Christoph, Kimrutai, and Evelyn.
How's Mary doing?
Mary's looking better. Out of her death clothes, effectively. She's looking healthier. A little. It's interesting. Whenever you're in the chapel and she's around, she follows you like your shadow. And she just has this sort of lost, dreamy look on her face, like she's waiting for you to tell her something to do, but otherwise just off in her little world.
Okay. I will instruct her to do some kind of exercise to build her self-control that I would have previously shown her.
Sure thing. Absolutely. Will do. It's probably some sort of prayer, so she just runs straight up to the pulpit.
Yep.
Right. So, considering last time you were meeting after Mass, after evening Mass, this time you wouldn't just be meeting in the middle of the street. He gave you a location to talk to him the next day, next evening, in case you didn't find him. It's actually down by the docks. Actually, let me, first of all.
Would I know how far it is from our actual ship?
It's in the same general area. It's further to the east.
Okay, I'll lead the group there.
Okay.
Looking at my back from time to time.
Kemrutai, please give me a perception plus streetwise. To just actually no. Leading the group.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Can I have my aspect on?
You can.
Just
That
in
will
case,
lower the
like,
difficulty of
yeah.
perception-based checks.
Okay, so it's perception and streetwise.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
Just keep your head about you and make sure that you're not being snuck up on.
Yeah.
Can we delay an hour before we leave after I wake up?
You can. This would already been a little while after you went out and sought out those individuals around the church, and got them to agree to come with you.
Oh, this is still last night?
This is the same night you just woke up from the end of last session.
Oh, okay. I didn't need to do that roll. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Ritual.
Oh, are you leaving a thing of protection around the church?
I mean, it would only add darkness, so... I mean, it's nighttime already, right?
Yeah. So the three of you, that's 2 successes from Kemrutai. Managed to navigate your way across London without much incident. You arrive at the docks. The low light and gloom hanging overhead. You find your place in front of a warehouse. Individuals, dock workers, still going about their business, still working, even into the late hours of the night, finishing up their work, in fact. And you find Mr. Thornton, well, effectively finishing up his work and instructing them on what they need to do.
Ah! Good evening, Michael!
Ah, Miss Ty, and friends. Evelyn, correct? And, I'm sorry, I didn't remember your name.
Christoph.
Christoph, yes.
Good evening, Mr. Thornton.
Oh, have
Evening.
you heard the news?
What news?
Kemrutai, roll me wits plus perception. No, those are 2 stats. not
What?
2 abilities. Roll me wits plus alertness. Thornton seems shifty as you look at him.
Are you okay?
His eyes dart straight over across the water to the dock where the ship you were talking about is currently moored. And as his head turns back, you see the face of the man who you helped murder last night over his face. And then it's him again. Just a flash of the chubby man, battered, bloodied, and dripping.
She freezes and take a couple step back, like really quickly.
Evelyn's gonna give her a glance. Can I tell what's going on?
Give me a perception plus empathy. Oh, wits plus empathy, actually.
Empathy.
Wits would be would be catching
Wits,
something
okay.
quick here, yeah.
Okay.
She's obviously afraid. It seems to be afraid of Michael, oddly enough. You didn't see anything weird happen yourself, but when he mentioned the news and looked back, that's when Kim suddenly seemed startled or scared.
Okay. Evelyn's gonna gently take her arm, like,
What do I see in his aura?
You activate your aspects to see
Yes.
soul auras. Go ahead and roll me a perception plus empathy, difficulty 8. So you need 8s here. Okay, that's one total success. Oh, 2 successes total. No, that difficulty was 8, so that's... Yeah, no, there's the 1 there. Yeah, so that was
Just
1.
one.
Yep. You distinguish the shade. So unfortunately right now, you can tell from his aura that he is in fact alive. And human.
No second aura, just one.
Just 1. You don't see any additional... Well, if you turn around, you see the several other auras, including 2 auras on Benedict, but not 2 auras on Michael.
Any light one, like light figuring out one? That doesn't come from Kristoff.
Kristoff, yes. Just the one on Kristoff. Looking around, you see a number of other auras around other mortals. You don't see anything pale other than the one on Kristoff.
She will try to adjust herself. Sorry about that. The night is dangerous. It's good to be extra careful.
Speaking of danger, I feel I should tell you, there was a murder last night. On the boat.
Oh?
Dreadful thing, really.
A murder?
Yes. Not put this delicately. An associate of our business, the captain of the trade vessel, one Reginald Fox, was found beaten to death aboard the ship. The local constabulary has taken away his body, but there's some cursed superstitions.
Evelyn will make the sign of the cross and bow her head.
Dreadful, yes. Unfortunately, superstition seems to be taking hold even harder than I would have hoped. As he gestures exasperatedly and does finger quotes. A monster hunter general, Sir Bram, has involved himself. Spent the entire day turning the ship upside down, looking for demons.
What authority does this hunter general have?
Well, he was knighted by Oliver Cromwell himself, from what I understand. He is one of the Lord Protector's advisors in matters supernatural, apparently. That's about all I know, personally. Veteran, former Navy man, and fought in the war. In fact, a man of some repute for such a brute and a bruiser.
So, did they find anything?
Aside from a very unfortunate Mr. Fox, no. Had a priest come by and bless the place several times, but he just sort of shrugs. Look, this entire mess is becoming more and more of an embarrassment for my organization, and more of a pain behind for myself. I assure you, this was likely the work of mundane ruffians taking advantage of a vessel that was poorly guarded by some slack-jawed local dock worker who failed in his duties to keep them from committing a heinous act. There's not an ounce
Would be logical.
of the supernatural here. After all, Miss Kemutai, you are an expert in the occult. I go to you for my star readings. You have been to the ship. You've sensed nothing untoward, have you?
No. Well, nothing bad actually.
Roll me charisma plus deception here. Oh, not deception,
Oh
subterfuge.
no!
Because that's a bold-faced lie. The difficulty is low because he wants to believe you.
Oh!
Well, there you go. Yeah, no, that's 3 successes because he wants to believe you.
Oh! My
Exactly.
best friend.
And Miss Kemutai is a marvel at this, really. I had her speak upon several trade deals I had going, and it has paid off a dozen times over for me. I'm not sure how long you have been in her company, but if there is anyone in this hemisphere that can tell you of the movings of the supernatural, it is the woman in front of you right now. It's not a matter of ghosts, it's not a matter of ghouls, or vampires, or werewolves, or... Might be a matter of murderers, but it's not a matter of anything that will follow you onto the sea.
Well,
Oh, you have mommy.
we may be resting assured. However, there is the matter of payment. I myself have taken a vow of poverty, but perhaps seeing as it would be something of a blessing to no longer have this vessel associated with your name, perhaps you would be generous. I am planning to bring along some people to take a mission to the New World that we might spread the word of God. I'm sure that it would be looked upon charitably should you choose to be generous.
Might I speak candidly?
Of course.
My associates simply want the vessel off of our hands. They are willing to bend over backwards to sell it to you. In all honesty, they, at this point, just wish to recoup the costs of repairing the damnable thing. It will not be much of a problem there. The issue is going to be finding men and women who are willing to staff it, and if they are aware of its ill-omened reputation, be upon it. At least until it clears the Atlantic at least the once. And as I have promised before, I would see to it that the ship would have a captain and crew. There's the hitch.
So perhaps the only way to assure that it is crewed is to invest a little more heavily in their salaries. Is that the idea?
Quite, madam. Good pay can make many a superstitious man reconsider their beliefs. It is either a matter of increasing the quality of your crew's recompense, which would include a greater signing bonus than would normally be typical, as well as salary. for the first trip to prove the vessel is not in fact cursed or haunted or whatever bugaboo is going around these simple men's minds. Or a step down in quality of manpower. Those who are desperate to get their foot into the industry of shipping will often come cheaper.
Need it be one or t'other? Could we have some experienced sailors who we offer additional bonuses and some newer crew?
Such a thing could be arranged. Such a thing might be necessary, depending on your budget. The ship is yours for as cheaply as I can get it to you. You have no need to barter or haggle upon this. I give you my word as a gentleman.
Very good.
And a
I
Christian.
appreciate your efforts.
But as a friend will be on it. And
Yeah.
as a benefactor for your voyage, well, let's find someplace a bit more looks around at the docks, civil to discuss matters of mercantilism, shall we?
Very well.
Yes.
Just gestures for you to
Either way.
follow, and he finds a small pub not too far from here, decently well lit. Pays to have a quieter table acquired. I'm not going to change the background because it's still this kind of neighborhood, this kind of view outside the window. And here is where we take a step back from the roleplay and engage the mechanics a little bit.
Ooh.
You have money in the way of several dots of fortunes. He is willing to acquire a captain, acquire a crew, use his own time to acquire you passengers, as well as cargo to stock the ship with. Part of this is going to come down to how much money you can provide to him. Because he's doing this in good faith. He is actually honest about that little bitty. So he's not going to skim for himself. But the amount of pull he can get is going to vary depending on how much money you have to hand over.
Did he ever mention how much the ship's gonna cost us?
The ship is going to cost the equivalent of a 2-dot fortune,
Oh.
which is cheap. You're getting a boat for the cost of a house, which is
Well,
crazy.
This is back when houses didn't cost $1 million.
Yeah, and you're getting a vehicle the size of a like an office building on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how much, like, so you have an option here. You have 3 uses of your 4-dot fortune left. Each success you get on a roll is going to be better crew, better trained crew, better quality crew, more people, more stuff that can be turned into profit later. As well as better stocks for them and whatnot. I have in mind a number of successes you're going to need to have a fully stocked professional crew. It's a number of successes you need to get.
What kind of roll is it?
You're going to roll the 4 dot fortune. Everything that's a 6 or higher is a success.
So it's just a straight roll. There's
Yeah,
no stats influencing it.
Not really, because this guy, who is very good at merchant stuff, is handling the skill rolls for you.
Okay.
Can I butter the deal up a little more with him?
I think he's pretty well buttered.
He's
Okay.
very well buttered. The only thing that can make this go better is more money. You can roll any of the fortunes you have. The 2 dot fortune, you can just strike that from the sheet now to get the boat. Or you can try to roll your fortune dice to get 4 successes to get the boat. Your call on that. You need a certain amount of
trust our
successes
luck.
to fully stock the boat.
What's the difficulty? Do we know?
The difficulty is 6.
Not that bad.
I'd say, just to be on the safe side, just might as well strike the 2 fortune and just
Yeah, that makes sense.
roll the.
So
And
OP,
that would give us fully stocked professional crew.
OP, step closer to the mic, please.
Subtract getting rid of the
Better.
2 dot fortune will get you the ship itself without a crew.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
a
we need to
number of
get 4 successes total? Or just for the crew?
If you wanted to roll for it, 4 successes would just get you the boat.
Oh, okay.
Giving up the 2 dot fortune would give you those four successes right out of hand.
And then we have to additionally roll for the crew.
Yeah. The more successes you roll when rolling for the crew, the better crew you get. I have a number here that is a solid crew, standard rates, standard good seamen. Giggle. And if you get above that, you could get better crew. You could get better provisions. I'll tell you how much you exceed it by, and you can tell me where you want that effort to have gone to. That's effectively you negotiating with this man. Pulling up piles of money and then telling him where you want his focus to be. But
Okay.
we're taking a step back and doing this purely mechanically because I doubt having a in-character, long-winded conversation about the quality of an Irishman's back versus a Scotsman's back and how many prunes you could get into a barrel would be that entertaining.
I mean, you underestimate how much I like paperwork, but okay. So, do we approach this as we say how many dots of fortune we want to roll? We roll all of them, or do we do it one at a time and see how much we have to burn through to get the successes we need?
As you wish. You can do either one. Or you could just kill the 4 dot fortune, and that will automatically get you 8 successes.
Oh,
Huh, that's easier.
would 8 be enough for the crew and ship, or is this just the crew?
So if you kill the 2 dot fortune, you get the ship. If you kill the 4 dot fortune, that will get you a good crew.
Okay, so in total, we'd have to wipe out 5 dots of fortune, basically, to automatically succeed.
Well, you have the 2 existing fortunes. The 2 dot fortune, wiping that out gets you the boat.
Right, so 2 dots for the 2 dot, and then there's 3 left on the 4 dot. So if we wiped out both of those, we'd get a good crew and the ship.
Yes. And you
Okay.
can still have a
What's-
shared 1 dot fortune if you wanted to push your luck and roll that.
What's the group consensus? Do we want to just automate it, or do we want to try our luck?
I don't want to try our luck. I know my luck is shit.
As long as it's not me rolling it, I'm cool with either.
Yeah. Guess we'll have to automate it. Personally, I would have rolled.
Mm.
I don't think we have a split.
I'll leave it up to the people who own the resources.
It's the fortunes we're talking about are shared.
Yeah.
It's everyone's.
Yeah, but I wasn't the source of it. Somebody else like brought these
Come on, you got us
in.
a deal. What the? Come on, stop.
I already did my part. Now it's up to you.
So I'm just gonna
does
say
resource count as fortune?
yes.
Yes, I have 2 dots in resource in gold accessories.
Your resources are fortunes that just don't go away when you roll them.
Oh.
However, if you do botch a roll, if you roll more ones than successes, I'll say your resources are strained, so they'll go down temporarily. Also, yeah. But if you wanted, you could roll your fortune, your resources background as well to get more successes.
I'm willing to part with 1 dot of my gold accessories to add to the share fortune.
Well, because it's a background, you wouldn't have to get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
You
just roll it and
to add more on top. It's how much of your money you have at hand to add to it.
There, you can have it if you want to roll.
Okay. Well, should we try rolling those 2 resources and see what we get, and then
Deciding from there.
do we have to do either one or the other in terms of just striking a fortune for automatic success, or can we try rolling Kim's resource background, and then if that goes sideways, we just go, oh yeah, just wipe out some of these fortunes?
You can do whatever you like. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll roll 2d10 if you're cool with that, Yui. For your resources. Okay. Actually, does she have to do it, or can I do it?
Typically, it's the person who has the resource die who rolls the resource die, but Yui, if you want someone else to roll it because you don't trust your dice.
She roll it. Let's go.
Okay, I will roll it.
Oh, wrong chat.
That's a success.
One success.
Oh, okay, no.
And I didn't get a 1, so nothing strained, right?
You bring forward some of your personal belongings, and your contact, Michael Thornton, tries to convince you not to part with them, but you convince him. It's a back and forth. It's like, I'll make sure that I'll put this to good use, and he adds it to the pile.
I was gonna say just 1 dot, not 2 dots.
When you roll your resources, you roll everything, but they don't go. They don't go away. You don't have a limited number of rolls of them.
You didn't lose anything.
Oh, okay.
The only way something bad would happen to your resources is if you rolled more ones than successes.
Oh, okay. So she still keep her family accessories and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
You have enough equity tied up in these that you're able to get rid of like some of the shittier ones, and it's like, oh, this is so exotic and wonderful. I know perfect buyers for this.
Okay, thank God.
So we have 1 success, and the max that we need is 8, right?
Shrug emoji?
Yeah.
Oh?
You don't know how many successes you like the max successes you need, but
Okay.
If you want to blow up that 4-dot fortune, you'll have a good crew, plus whatever that 1 roll got you, plus whatever else I have in secret DM stuff.
But we needed 2 dots fortune for the ship, right?
That
Yeah, you
might as
have
well not
that
be there
separate
because
2-dot
we're
fortune.
probably.
Blowing that up will get you the ship.
Okay.
Because you need 4 successes to get the boat. And you have
Do we
1
just wanna-
hanging on that 1 success. Blowing up that 2-dot fortune would get you those 4 successes.
So, Buckwater and OP, who were leaning toward rolling, do you still want to risk it by rolling, or should we just wipe out fortunes for automatic success?
To gamba or not to gamba? Oddly enough, the coin said no, so I'm down to just wipe it and just call it a day.
Yeah, let's just wipe it.
All right. So we're wiping out the 2 and the 4.
The 2 dot
So we only have 1
goes-
dot of fortune left.
Yep, 2 and 4 dot fortunes. Gone. Would you like to roll that last 1 dot of fortune?
I mean, then we'll be completely broke, right?
Yeah, we should save some money.
I guess not.
Okay, you're holding on to your your 1 dot of fortune, but you have acquired yourself a merchant man, I don't know, cruiser with a merchantman ship with crew. Good crew. Alright. Thumbs up. So the negotiation, the back and forth, takes a little while. You have one extra success you could put towards things. What would you like to increase the quality of on the vessel with that 1 point? Better crew,
At 1 point.
more people, more stock to turn into money later, better rations.
That point isn't to roll the other dot of fortune. That's just additional.
That's the one success you got from Kemnutai's resources.
Oh, okay. So the options are improve crew, improve rations,
the options are
or
anything you tell me, but those were some examples. Better crew, better rations, more stuff to sell, maybe putting out advertisements to get more people on board faster.
we do need to hurry. Something I also realized that I will need is probably like a few Bibles and stuff. I don't know if my herd already has their own, but I don't know how much that would cost or if I can get those donated by a church or something.
You are currently in a chapel as a sanctuary.
Can I find some?
You can look when you get. Well, you could certainly look through it if you wanted when you got back.
Okay. Any opinions on what we should improve?
Our chamber?
I mean, the ship has probably like a captain and first mate quarters and...
As it current, I'll actually show you a map of the ship real fast. Give me 1 moment as I pull it up and hide some stuff.
And I can ensure it's dark during the day.
Can I get a masochist in the ship that likes to be bit?
So finding
I have my head.
specifically finding a masochist in this day and age, a little tricky. That was a little taboo. But yeah, here is a map of the ship.
It's taboo considering people take vows of poverty and like vows of silence and...
Well, it's
I
taboo
need to
because
eat some money without feeling bad.
Well, it's taboo because you enjoyed having sex? Ew.
No, you don't enjoy it. It's your penance.
You're supposed to do it to make more people, and that's it. God said so.
Oh wow, it's a nice ship.
But yeah, you will have there's a set of private quarters, which are like private bedrooms, effectively. There's the common quarters, which is effectively a bunkhouse. The crew quarters, which is another bunkhouse. Then there's the officers' quarters, which are effectively private quarters too, and the captain's quarters, as well as a number of various storage locations.
Can we get a supply of bottles of blood? I don't need to know the origin.
Funny thing you mentioned that. There is someone you had a deal with about that.
There is?
You know.
We do?
Yeah, in that you had to supply him with bottles of blood?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If question actually, is it possible to somehow get criminals in there? Just like
Oh, yes,
ship them out
please.
to-
We're gonna
You
become
want-
prison ship?
You absolutely yes, you could in fact acquire some prisoners. They would be under indentured servitude contracts. Ergo, they would owe you money and labor upon arriving. However much you wish to engage with slavery with extra steps is on you.
Can we get
they would
a
have
criminal?
a number of rights and such, and like it would be chattel slavery. It'd be indentured servitude. You know.
Can we get the worst of the worst criminals so I don't feel bad about it?
I mean, how dangerous do you want to have the people be who are aboard the ship?
We can chain him to the wall.
We're not gonna have people that are dedicated to guarding them during the day.
Chain him to the wall.
There is a bridge.
But you'll still need people to watch them during the day. We're not paying extra for jailers, officers.
I'll be hungry.
The answer is, though, yes, you could spend some money to acquire, like, the license to carry criminals to a penal location, or like, or such equivalency. Like, here, the Crown. We wish to take these men to pay off their debt to society by dragging them across the ocean to do hard labor. That is something the Brits did.
Did they do that in the US? I feel like they
Not
mostly
really.
used immigrant labor.
Yeah, but that was more of an Australia, New Zealand thing, but, you know, whatever. I'll allow it. Odd request, but forced labor is a punishment for crime. You'd effectively be paying for the permits to carry out their punishment.
Okay. It's alright, I'll just beg for blood.
I mean, realistically, do we lose a point of blood every night? Or do we only
Every
lose
time
it
you
when
wake
we
up.
use... Every time we wake up, okay. I forgot to... Wait, no, we didn't wake up
You
this
did-
morning,
you did
okay.
last session.
Yeah,
If you would like a suggestion,
Yep.
vampires can feed off of non-human blood.
Oh, get animals on.
We could do that.
I guess we were
Pigs
drinking
are-
from pigs.
Pigs are great.
Also very smelly.
We can raise them clean.
Sure.
How much does that raise the risk of disease among the humans aboard if we have animals?
In character, your vampires wouldn't really know. Out of character, depends on the animal.
We can ask the
Pigs.
merchant guy.
Cows, I'm gonna roll Mr. Thornton's knowledge of transporting livestock. Which, he is a professional merchant, so he's not dumb, and this is a corner case bit of his knowledge, so that's his dice pool. That's 2 10s. And 2 10s. Okay, so it's 2 successes. Well, many ships do actually keep chickens on board in order to eat scraps of bread and hard attack. They're also good at picking small weevils and such, and providing some fresh food. Pigs are quite popular in the Spanish colonies, as they don't take much to keep alive on board a ship, and they reproduce rather quickly. Yes. As far as disease goes, madam, it is a sailing vessel on a 3-month tour. There will be deaths, regardless. The miasma, it will... Let's just say you would wish to remain in your private quarters as much as possible, not visit the common quarters, and definitely not visit anyone in steerage. Though, if you were to fill steerage with pigs, the conditions would be much the same.
Because right now, I have... Let me just check my numbers.
I guess I should have asked earlier too, but
I have 10 people. My 3 people of my herd, 7 religiously persecuted souls.
Here's the maths that he gives you.
Okay.
For the space it would take up to have one person in the worst traveling conditions on the boat, steerage, you get about 2 pigs. These aren't full-blown, like, big-ass hogs, but 2 pigs in the space it would cost, you would cause to have 2 normal people. It'd also be cheaper. Actually, it would be more expensive because they wouldn't be paying you to be on board.
Right.
For the amount of money you have, he could probably get you, like, 30 hogs and sows.
Oh.
And what is a pig supply in terms of blood?
Roll me intelligence plus animal kin.
can I help with that too?
You may roll yourself.
I get an
You may
animal
also
kin?
help by giving them a point if you wish.
I have no animal kin, but
I can
it's
do
intelligence
the
animal.
roll then.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I would have
Ah, come on.
had the same roll.
You can both roll if you like.
Okay, sure. Intelligence plus animal kin, right?
Yep. So Christos had 1 success. Evelyn, you have 3. A pig depends on the size of the pig. The size he's talking about, Christoph, you'd think each pig has about 3 or 4 blood worth in it. Evelyn, the size he's talking about, would specifically have 3 blood per pig. And each time you feed on it, Evelyn, you know this. Each time you feed on it, you might as well just kill the damn pig, because it's not going to survive.
Okay.
Oh.
So that would give us 30 times 3, 90 uses. So that would feed,
It's enough for
one
one
blood
person.
point a day for the trip.
It'd be a total of 90 blood if
Right.
none of the pigs die on their own.
Which they probably will.
Although, 30 free pigs, that'd help with rations.
Yeah, if they die, we can cut them up for meat for the crew and any humans aboard.
That'd take up 30 pigs. That would take up 1 section of the ship. Like one of these storage/steerage locations.
Okay.
So I guess I should have asked this earlier, but are we keeping the horses then, or what are we doing with those?
There
You can
wouldn't be
bring the
any reason to
horses. You
bring
could
them
also see
aboard the
about selling them.
ship. There would be a cost associated with bringing them on board, so
I guess we could just sell them here and see what we can, you know.
yeah, they might not survive the trip, and we'd be paying to keep them alive. So
You
probably makes
would
more
know
sense to
that
sell them.
you would also know that a horse has about 5 blood points in it. Could probably survive 1 feeding at a time. Would take about a month to recover the lost blood from a feeding. Hey, then you'd
Probably
have
like
horses.
6 for the whole journey.
I'm just tempted to keep the goddammit.
You're tempted to keep them, really? How much would it cost us to make sure that they have hay and they're cleaned up after and everything?
Negligible. The amount of money you have tied up in this, Thornton would be able to include the cost of animal feed in the costs of stocking the ship with trade goods.
So maybe we get the pigs and we get some passengers, not indentured servants, but people who want to go to the New World but can't afford, very good quarters.
Passengers are built into Thornton's plan. He plans on filling the common quarters with passengers to help pay for the crossing, because they're going to give money that are then going to go to paying the crew, putting in stock, that sort of thing. If you want to get more people put in, you can pay to have one of these storage areas or steerage areas refit to have beds in it to fit more people. Just telling you now, mixing pigs and people ain't great.
Because we'll need separate, somewhere separate for my herd. Because we don't want them to see us during the day when we become corpses.
Well, your private quarters have full-on private bedrooms.
Oh, that's not just one big
with doors.
Room. It's multiple rooms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough to have yourself, each of you, and currently everyone you've discussed on bringing with you in their own room. There's probably somewhere in the ballpark of, let's take a quick measurement here. About 27 feet. There's probably in the ballpark of 10 private rooms there.
Okay.
Each private room could probably fit 4 uncomfortably.
Uh-huh.
So your herds could take up spaces.
Yeah, my herd would take up at least 3 rooms. Leaving 7. Mary can be in my room.
Oh, your herds are 3 people each currently, because they're 1-dot herds. The 10 people total, those 10 people aren't those 7 are not willing to be fed on. They don't know. They're on that sort of.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to make sure that we're not going to have to share a room with anyone that is human, so that they don't see us. I'm not talking about feeding.
Setting up that sort of logistics would be easy enough.
Okay.
Could be as easy as saying the 3 female vampires have a room, the 2 male vampires and their ghoul have a room.
Nice.
Or you could spread out and take personal rooms. It's fine.
Would I know at what point of starvation we're risking losing our shit?
Depends on your self-control.
Oh boy.
Typically, though, when you're about half of your blood pool, you start getting urges. Though when you're at half your
Okay.
blood pool, you're pretty freaking hungry.
So am I allowed to know out of character what everyone's max is?
You can ask.
Is anyone willing to volunteer that information?
I mean, if we're talking about blood pool, I'm pretty sure everyone has the same.
Everyone has a total blood pool of 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after 7 days, everyone starts to have to resist things, and depending on their self-control, they might go apeshit and tear through the ship.
We can take turn to go feed and go like with Buddy.
So we need 90 days worth for how many vampires? Benedict, Evelyn,
You've got
Christoph,
5.
Kimbertai, and Mary. Just the 5. Okay.
Mhm.
90 times 5. And then 450. Why am I doing the math?
As a note, a human gets a point of blood back every week if they don't die. The common quarters can fit about 100. You can convert the storages into another set of common quarters. This one, I'll just do a little red circle on the ones you can convert. This one, or this one. I'm assuming the pigs are going in there.
And it's 12. It's about 12 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So my herd can provide another 36 for me. So 450 is the need minimum, and then take what we can endure without any blood, and then take what my herd can provide. We still need 379 blood points after that. So then pigs can, in theory, provide up to 90, but some of them might die. And then we still need 289.
Well, the passengers are gonna be starting to look really yummy at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got
I
you've got a crew of about actually, of about 40 50, actually about 70 person crew. Each of the common quarters can fit, I'd say, 70 people. Actually, comfortably 50. Uncomfortably 80.
So 50 passengers? Is that what you're
could-
saying?
As it currently stands, there's room for 50 passengers. You can turn any of these red circled sections into room for more passengers, or you could stuff pigs in them. But you'd have to buy the pigs.
What's the risk of feeding off passengers?
Depends on how good you are at hunting.
will volunteer to be a pig slaughterer and claim that I used the blood for ritual.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to question what we do with our pigs that we own. It's not like the passengers have free roam at the ship. They're not going to be able to see us. We go to storage and get the pigs out.
As a note, you could also, if you wanted, make contact with the werewolves. They would take up probably half of one of the storage units as common quarters and have enough money to pay for more pigs.
But we can't. Man.
It's just they'd have 30 people you couldn't feed on.
So what would be the consensus on that?
Evelyn's very staunchly against the werewolves. It would take a lot of convincing in character to change her mind on that.
She'll keep her mouth shut. She'll be a good girl.
Stuff will be on the side of like the least problems during the trip, the better. So
Sounds
Is
like
there
a bad
any-
idea.
Is there any potential to increase my herd from the people I'm bringing along? Like over
Yeah.
time?
Depends. How long are you willing to stay in London? Because each night you could go looking for
No,
more
I don't
people.
mean gather more people
Oh,
from
convert
London.
people
I
who
mean
are
like
on
the
ship
7
into
religiously
members of your
persecuted
herd.
people.
So, like, convert people who are already on the ship into herd?
Yeah, like the 7 religiously persecuted people that aren't part of my herd, they're just also coming along on the mission.
You could work on converting them over time to being members of your herd. Yes.
Okay. It could be a contingency. But yeah, we're still well below what we need. Oh my god, vampire's so hungry.
Actually,
Oh yeah, we also need to give 3 dots of blood from 4 of us to Claudio over time. So that would be another.
Told you we shouldn't have taken him.
Can we tell Claudio we hold that off until we
Four.
reach our destination?
So that's another 12.
that'd be a discussion.
50. So actually, we need 462.
see, we can probably roll with what we have so far.
So we need 301 more.
Because regardless, this will probably take a day or two to set up anyways.
So how many passengers are we currently planning to have on board with the ship as it is, without outfitting any storage rooms or anything to afford passengers?
Currently,
Just 50?
currently he's looking to get you about 50 passengers, and there'll be about 70 crewmen.
And they can provide 1 blood point per week, so that's for 12 weeks times 50.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Oh, that
they
would
come
be-
up to
That'd be
That's right.
plenty. That would give us
Yeah.
600. Okay, no, we're fine.
Yeah. The only issue is sickness and death.
Right.
Missing.
So
a
we don't want to
wife.
overstuff the passengers at that, then, because that will make sickness and death more likely.
Yeah.
But as it stands right now, I'll just quickly run the numbers again.
Well, you might want some redundant people, because when you feed on someone, they're
I have
going to
a
become
chance of
anemic,
dying, yeah.
so their odds of dying goes up.
Right now, our contingency is 299 blood points.
Just bring some medication. I'll help heal them. Hey.
If you
Do you
did
have
want to
a-
acquire
do you have high medicine?
medicines or better food, you could totally do that.
Yeah, we can do that. I can.
I got, I got good food for 50 people, which would be my
do that?
herd
Can
and
we-
whoever else.
Could we then trade the horses for like medicine and that kind of thing?
Ye-
Depends on how much you sell them for. But if you manage to cut a good deal on those horses, you could get probably a fortune, maybe 2. Actually, 2 horses. You could probably get 2 1-dot fortunes, maybe a 2-dot fortune.
Those horses are well trained, though. You won't be able to get like horses trained for vampire anytime soon.
They're not specifically
Yeah.
trained for vampires, no.
They
They use.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
They're used to Kristoff.
Well, we will be going to a place where there are horses natively, right? There are horses in the US natively.
No,
They weren't? Okay.
no, they're imported.
Okay.
They'll eventually
Um,
become feral and part of the ecosystem, but not yet.
Right. Okay. So it'll probably be quite expensive. Maybe we should hold on to them then. I don't know, but they might not survive.
I mean, they're an emergency 10 blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess keep them. But we do need to make sure that we have quality food for the passengers to hopefully keep them alive and not diseased.
Last question on that. Well, how much time will it take to like get all this sorted? Like the supplies that we currently have on the ship, for example.
The
Or what we're
supplies
planning
you
for.
currently have on the ship with the pigs, he knows some people. He could get this done in 2 days.
Oh boy.
Oh, 2 days.
Rush job, get it out
Jeez.
to sea.
Okay, during this 2 day, can like he pull all his friend and all my connection for discount reading? So I can gather some more resources for the ship.
Sure. You could try to finesse your abilities to read the stars and signs to get some money.
Yeah, I'll use my fame for that too.
Kristoff is a famous boxer. He could put on an exhibition match or two, try to earn some money.
You mean Benedict?
I'm sorry that I get your characters crisscrossed. Benedict is a famous boxer. You could probably do an exhibition match or two. You can also try to create small herds. Tell me what you want to do. I'll figure out the dice rolls.
Yeah,
I'll try to.
It's just,
Go ahead.
the more active you are, the more chances one of the guys trying to kill you finds you.
Understandable.
If I try to convert some of my existing followers that aren't part of my herd, will that be risky?
Not necessarily. It'd be a lot easier if you had a discipline that lets you mind control someone.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Mm.
How do you have it trained?
Some merits and flaws, right?
It should.
Background, powers.
It's powers.
Yes, I do have.
Oh yeah, the first 2 points of with mesmerize, you could probably do it no problem. Yeah. It would just be a matter of doing it. Also, just saying, you're probably going to want to leave port in a full stomach.
Yes.
I believe you can also glut yourself on some extra blood if you wanted. You burn through that faster, though.
Will that have any consequences?
Not really. It's just you'd have some extra blood, like a day or two of buffer.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I would be doing. I'd just be working on converting those 7 into herd, however many I can, and feeding at least once and trying to get a little bit of a buffer so that when we depart, I'm at least on a full max.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Mary, make sure she's on a full max or slightly above so that when we leave, she's on full max. And also really hard out teaching her self-control because I don't need her losing her control on the ship.
Okay. So it's like this is a long conversation about logistics and like passenger headcount number. Just checking, you're not as of now locking in the deal. You don't plan on converting any of the steerage or storage rooms into additional passenger quarters or like room for more pigs or livestock.
Will that have an additional cost?
It's just a matter of him setting aside the space and looking for the people. Passengers will pay for themselves. You'll have to find some money to get livestock.
Passengers are the better investment because they provide more blood and they pay for themselves, but what do people think?
No, you're same there.
Yeah.
Same train of thought.
Yeah.
So should we convert
I'd say at
some
least
steerage
one,
into
yeah.
quarters for them?
Okay.
At least one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be another 50 passengers.
That'd be another 50, yeah.
Then
Okay.
now
So he
make
plans
money
on
for.
then turning this room over here into a set of passengers' quarters.
The storage next to our private quarters.
Yeah. He says it's for. He says I should either turn this into passenger quarters or this into passenger quarters. It's your decision ultimately, but for sanitary reasons, you don't want someone living next to pigs.
Yeah, no, the one by the private quarters is fine. We just have to be
Okay.
careful. Just make sure there's no access. Like, there's another way for them to go to other areas of the ship without going through the private quarters, right?
No.
So they would have to go through our hallway.
They'd have to use your hallway. This would be a dead end, basically.
Okay.
Storage, they'd pass through via a staircase, but not for long. But you're behind closed doors.
Okay. So we just have to be careful not doing any shenanigans in the hallway or being really loud in our quarters.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
So
Sounds good.
during this 2 days, you can just raise more money for medication and food, better food, right?
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Righty-ho. So, just give me a second here. I'm going to bring us back to a map of London. As it stands, you have struck a deal. This hallway is special like segmentation a little bit. You have struck a deal. You have purchased a ship. Your friend is going to try and find as many people as he can for you. In terms of passengers, good quality sailors, and the whole shebang. You have arranged a room for... Actually, I said it was 50 passengers, so I'd say about 60 pigs. And then instead of 30, so yeah. So you have a small chunk of your ship ready for livestock. He's going to be packing various dried goods, finished furniture, fabrics, all sorts of things you can't get in the New World yet. And you return to the church before I actually move you there like a dunce. Though, who's leading you back? Because the city is dangerous.
Who's good at leading? I have, like, no awareness. Very low.
I'll.
Either me or
I'll-
Cam.
Yeah. I'll keep my eyes out. Like, somebody else can lead them through the street. I'll just keep my eyes on the street and make sure they're safe with my aspect.
Probably.
Well, Kemrutai, roll me a wits plus... wits plus alertness. And Kristoff, are you leading the group? Then?
Yep.
Kristoff, give me a wits plus streetwise. Unless you want to, like, skulk through the alleys and lead the people through sneaking. Which is the thing you can do.
Back
Wits
alleys
streetwise
it
would be,
is.
like, acting casually and keeping an eye out for danger. You are a ninja, basically. You can't try another tactic.
If we fail stealth, is that, like, suspicious that we're sneaking?
A little bit.
My stealth is pretty low, only have 1 point in it.
Well, Kristoff would be the one rolling the dice to, like,
whole
shadow you
party?
through the
Okay.
city. Basically.
Okay.
So what would it roll if we take the back alleys and stuff?
If you want to take to the back alleys and skulk your way through the city, I'd say that would be a dexterity plus subterfuge.
Adding the funny. The celerity.
Oh yeah, you have your celerity to that, yep. Then it was going to be a little
Taking the
higher
back
than
alleys, yeah.
standard because you're leading two other people through it, but yeah.
I'm sorry. It's Dex and what?
Dex and subterfuge. No, it's not subterfuge. Dex and stealth, I think. It's actually just a straight up skill. Yeah, stealth. It's under skills.
Yep.
Okay, and we're looking for
Damn.
8s here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's 3 successes. Kristoff, you lead Kemrutai and Evelyn through the back alleys and the shadowy streets, moving in and around between the mortals as they shuffle about to and from taverns, churches, each other's friendly houses, wrapping up their business at work. About halfway through the streets, Kemrutai, you hear the braying of a dog.
Do I know which direction it's coming from?
Directly behind you.
We're being tailed. I can hear the dog coming behind us.
Do we have any idea how far away they are?
Evelyn and
Get the
Kristoff,
cricket in
you
there.
could give me a wits and perception if you like.
Sure thing.
Kemrutai, it's huge, big bellowing beast, an enormous dog, hunting dog, just like what Benedict said, just like what you saw in your vision. A dog the size of a damned horse is coming your way. You could hear its paws, its nails, scratching against the cobblestone streets. It's enormous. You know it's enormous. You know it's coming.
It's coming quickly. It's coming quickly. We have to go. We have to go.
That's 2 successes for Kristoff. Evelyn, you're a little frantic because you know about the Houndmaster. And you... Honestly, Kemrutai's description is getting a little on edge. Kristoff, you grip your hand on your sword or your knife, and you peer out from the alleyway, and you see a Scottish Terrier. Sort of like barking at a cat on top of a fence, scratching at a wooden fence. There is nothing else.
Crashing at a fence, so
doesn't-
it's not coming toward us?
It's behind you.
It seems to be just barking at a cat.
No, you can't trust it. You can't trust it.
And we'll tell you, might have been wrong about the dog's size and brutality, but you see its eyes, its beady little red eyes. That's a ghoul dog.
That's a ghoul dog.
Huh. How okay, how big is this? Because right now we're hiding in an alleyway, so the dog is on the streets.
Yeah,
No,
it's up to
on
your
the main street?
shin. Yeah. It's not a very big dog. You also don't see any red eyes?
Huh.
Trust me, I can see it.
Let's just tell you what. Lead the way. I'll stay behind. The moment I see any movement, and not taking any chances with the dog. But let's just continue to go. We're wasting time here.
I'll look at Evelyn, if Evelyn is willing to go ahead too and leave Kristoff behind.
We can't stay here.
He would basically take the rear, not really stay behind.
Let's continue on.
She nods and gonna lead the way.
Yeah, Kemrutai, give me how do you lead the group back to the church?
The only way she knows how, she's probably gonna try to take another street away from this one.
Okay. So you just try to blend into the crowd, act natural the rest of the way?
Yeah, but like away from this area first before taking the same way to back to the base.
What's the streetwise, please?
With some street light.
Well, Kemrutai, you feel like something's watching you the entire way back, but Kristoff continually reassures you that he's got his head on a swivel, and there's nothing coming after you.
Something is
every
watching
rat-
me.
Every rat is a servant of the King of London. Every dog and every cat is part of the Houndmaster's pack. But somehow you feel like, despite them knowing where you are, having your scent, you feel like the church is safe. When you get into the church, all of this tension falls off of you.
She'll go sit behind one of the pew.
See, we made it.
As we return...
Evelyn.
Go ahead.
Evelyn's gonna give Benedict a sharp look randomly.
Speaking of Benedict, have you
What did I
stayed
do?
in the church this whole time?
Yeah, he just like to stay in the church, not trying to make any more mistakes, because he wants to get out of here alive, and also to watch the others.
Well, staying in the church this entire time, you've had a lot of time to observe Francois and Mary and what was that? Fuck, I never remember the butler's name because in my notes his name
Claudio.
is just the butler, Claudio. And Claudio, and they've sort of formed an interesting little dynamic amongst the three of them. Every now and then, Claudio probes at Mary, asking her questions about what she knows, what she remembers, like he's trying to get to know the young lady. Every now and then, Francois will interrupt Claudio's probing, telling him to leave the girl alone, leave her to her prayers. Occasionally he'll throw out the term that she is a victim of the night, and that sort of thing. And every now and then, Mary will... honestly, Mary is for the most part just trying to ignore all this and just focus on the self-control exercise and the prayers that Evelyn gave her. But every now and then, her curiosity will get piqued, and she'll ask the weirdest question of Francois, or the most specific vampire lore question to Claudio. Like, she'll pause for a second and ask Francois, why do you believe in God?
Oh,
I mean, I know that the supernatural is obviously real, but there are ghosts and vampires and all that stuff, but I have proof of that. Why do you believe in God? And that'll completely floor Francois for a little bit. And then, like, maybe 20-30 minutes later, she'll look at Claudio and say, so do we need to breathe ever, or is this just a reflex? And for that matter, do we die when someone shoves a stake through our heart? I seem to remember that being a thing that's supposed to kill us. The funny thing is, though, she doesn't probe you about them for a while, until at one point she just sort of looks around and says, Benedict, you said something about a beloved earlier. Are you married?
Yes, I was. But I couldn't find her anymore.
Oh,
She
is
just-
she dead?
I'm not sure. I do not believe so. I'm still looking for her.
I hope you find her.
Thank you.
Oh, damn it, I'm supposed to be praying. She gets back to her routine. And a little while after that, the rest of the party show back up. So you notice the doors opening. Kemutai looks like a nervous mess until all of that stress and paranoia washes off her when she enters the threshold. Evelyn comes up second. Kristoff, watching the door closes behind them. And
Benedict.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
How did it go?
Benedict, did you go outside? Did you see anything outside?
I didn't. Was anything wrong?
I think they found us. Yes, I think they found us. I felt like I was being watched the whole way.
Then are we no longer safe here?
No, I don't think so. Like, it feels safer when I enter this place, but I don't think we're safe here anymore.
What did you see of the dog, Christoph? It looked suspicious to me, but
It looked like normal dog. It was like I kept my eyes on it the whole time, and it was just barking to a cat.
we weren't
The whole-
followed.
Not at all.
It could
Not
be
that I could-
tricking us.
Dogs are not, even supernaturally enhanced dogs are not that devious. It was very obvious when the rats were following us, and we could tell that they were enhanced. I doubt myself now, what I saw.
If it makes
I
you feel any
swear.
better, I can go do a sweep just to double check around the block.
Would that help your concerns, Kimbertai?
She looks like she doesn't want to answer, and her answer is all over her face that no, it's not gonna help, but like she doesn't want to say it.
Let's remain inside. We'll keep our wits about us. But we were not followed. It was clearly not attempting to hide its presence, so had we been followed, it's unlikely it would have done so.
You sure you didn't say
Agreed.
anything to Evelyn?
I thought that I saw what you saw, but now I cannot be sure.
But you think you saw something, right?
I doubt myself now. Christoph was focused upon it and focused upon threat, and he seems to be a good judge of such things, as far as I've witnessed.
She will narrow her eyes at Kristoff.
Were you perhaps
What?
hearing some things?
She'll look away, not saying anything. Like her face is full of uneasiness, and she just go to one of the pew, away from them, just sit by herself.
Avians, my god.
As it's a no, I'm going a patrol outside. I could use a break from the frankly enormous amount of incense that is still wafting in the air since you smoke past that one. Francois says, pointing over at Benedict, referring to the enormous amount of incense you burned here the other day. It still smells heavily of incense.
Just glance at Christoph.
By all means, go ahead.
Boom. I'll be back shortly. Make sure there are no cats or rats or dogs hounding you. He takes a step outside and just starts walking around the church.
Why? What happened if my willpower reduced to 0?
Let me double check. I don't think anything happens, but if you ever call on you to make a willpower roll, I think if you're at 0, you automatically fail.
Oh, okay. So I could just use it. Okay. When Kristoff's looking away, I'll read his mind.
Okay, let's double check the rules of aspects here. You want to use
It's
the mind
in
engagement.
telepathy.
Yeah, telepathy. That will be from you, intelligence plus subterfuge. The difficulty is the subject's current willpower.
Ugh.
I mean, wait, the current that I can use, or the total?
The current you have available.
Ugh.
Sounds like that was a bad roll.
Yep. She looks even more uneasy. She's fidgeting in her little corner.
What's your current willpower, Christoph?
2.
2? Well, it's still
That
0
means
successes. It's not a botch, but you still fail.
I would like to consult the star if something uneasy is going on here. Am I being gaslight? Star, please tell me, am I being gaslight right now?
There's no gaslighting.
Gaslights have yet to be invented.
Is somebody in the group being a sussy, Baka?
Let me double check a thing real fast. Go ahead and roll me your wits and occult. No, perception and occult. Yeah. That's some successes. You look up to the stars, and you're trying to divine how trustworthy this group is. The stars are auspicious. There is good fortune on the wind, but you must act in caution. The stars are telling you to be cautious. There's good things coming, but they can be taken away if you are not careful.
Thank you, the star. I'll pray in another religion prayer.
So we're a little early on the break, but I think this is a good time to call for one, because we're about an hour and 50 minutes in, so a little before the 2-hour mark. But after this, you guys have 2 in-game days to do whatever you want, and I think it's a good time to give you some space to think about that. What do y'all say?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna go to the BRB screen. Thank you so much for watching with us, folks. The gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing is real tonight.
Reality is what I say it is.
I reject your reality and substitute my own. Different game in this. Fun fact: different game in this universe. All about that. Yeah, be right back. They've had to restart the project at least once, but you know, it's happening.
2077 was kind of rushed, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did release something, and it wasn't very good, but they're still working on the game they're actually calling Bullet Lines. Anyway, we're all here. Want to get back to it?
Yay.
Sure.
Okay, no.
Yay.
Welcome back. So, my denizens of the night. I assume you catch Benedict up on things, or do you want to roleplay that out? You want to tell Benedict what happened in character, or just say you tell him what happened?
You can tell him in character if we want. Any preference?
Oh, I'll talk to Benedict then. Yeah, I'll just tell him every detail except for the last part, because it's still sussy baga going. Yeah.
And there was this dog. It was killing us, and we died. No, we're ghosts. Hope you're happy.
Oh yeah, I'll also tell the group about like my last contact with the ghost, and that like the ghost actually safe, and that like worst case scenario, if all the crew die, the ghost ship will still sail us to our destination.
Evelyn's going to smile and nod.
And this whole time, I'll be avoid any eye contact or looking toward Kristoff's direction at all.
How obvious are you making that?
Just holding her hand up in front of like the side of her face. Where
It
you
is
are.
pretty obvious, cause like she used to look up to you, and then in one day everything just stops, and they're like hostile. Like
Well, there you go, Christoph. You
well-
notice.
On the whole time, he just raises an eyebrow and he's like, just not saying anything, but he's like, just, was it anything I said?
what?
No, this isn't intended. It's
Just
just,
thinking.
Oh, okay. He's thinking. Yeah, and
Evelyn's gonna notice that too and glance at Kristoff.
like she'll also wait until Kristoff go to sleep first before she goes into astral form.
Okay. Well, the meeting only took about 2.5 hours to get there, to go there and get there, and come back and have that discussion. And you only spent about an hour and a half in the early evening. So it's been about 4 hours in aggregate. Night fell about 6. Actually, no, night fell about 7. Because it's the fall. So it's about 11 o'clock. Middle of the night. People are starting to filter off of the streets, but it's not completely abandoned yet. In terms of people going about downtown.
How is Mary doing?
Mary very excitedly, once you give her the time of day or evening, tells you about how well she's been doing her self-control practices and how in control of herself she feels she is. And then she wants you to watch as she goes and she begins to demonstrate how in control she is by doing more of the prayer.
Very good, Mary. We should ensure that we are well fed before our journey. We have 2 more nights to endure. Well, out of character, he said it's going to take 2 days, so that would be 1 more night for us. Then we can leave after tomorrow night.
You have 2 nights, because the ship is going to leave in the morning. So
Okay, so we'd have to just get on the ship the night before it leaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you wanted to, you could actually move on to the ship now.
Do we still know if the monster hunter is still prowling around, questing for dragons?
I'll probably
not.
have told her yesterday that there were only some guards left.
but then Michael here mentioned that he has been smelling around the ship lately, so
So we don't know if he's still investigating there.
yeah.
It doesn't seem so. It doesn't. He's the man himself probably isn't actively investigating, but from what you've been
Might
told,
have it watched,
it's a point
though.
of interest. Also,
Right,
Michael,
yeah, so it might be being watched.
Yeah.
So probably want to move there at the last minute. So yeah, I'm gonna try and gauge how hungry Mary is.
Well, when you mention
That's
feeding,
okay.
she seriously takes a nod, and you can tell she's a little excited by the prospect.
Okay. Because she is so new, is there any chance of her having any issues if she overfeeds? Or will I not know?
Issues about her overfeeding. Well, there's always the risk that she doesn't practice proper self-control and kill somebody. Yeah, by drinking too much or drinking to the point in which they'll fall ill.
Mm-hmm.
A proper hunt to properly feed you're probably going to go through several mortals, because typically it's only safe to drink 3 dots of blood from a mortal at a time.
Do I get to know how many dots she's down?
No. It's impossible to tell that sort of thing.
Okay. Because I think I'm only down 2, does that sound right?
Let me look at your sheet real fast. Evelyn Michonne. You currently have 13 blood, so you're only down by 2, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll find
There
a
is
couple.
also, by the way, the lingering matter of Kristoff and his arrangement.
Yeah, that was my plan. I was gonna feed him my point of blood before we leave, so I can recoup that from someone. So, I mean, is it the kind of thing where I can just bottle it and be like, here, use it whenever you want, or?
He did mention that he could take your blood here in the city, 1 from each of you, as was the deal, and that you could give him some back afterwards because of the trip, and that he could do something to preserve it.
Alright, well, I will offer to give him some of my blood now.
He approaches you and says, "Oh, very well then. I'm fine for the current month, so we'll be storing this for later."
Yes.
Produces a bottle and a dagger and hands it to you.
And slash my wrist.
And your sanguine essence pours into the bottle. The scent of blood is in the air. And you do remember quite pointedly as he takes however much he takes. As he does only take the 1 dot. That, you know, there are several of the predators in the room, and like it as they will, their attention is automatic. Like, it doesn't matter how high your self-control is. It's like someone walking into the room with a fine steak, and you can smell it. Or a chocolate cake, and you see it, and it's like a restaurant, and you just go, ooh. You might not want to drink from Evelyn. You might not consider them prey. You might consider them a friend at this point. But your attention is still drawn to the exsanguination.
I will politely ignore their attention.
Yeah, even if it's only for a moment, it's just like, oh, I caught myself. But it does happen. And he corks the bottle off. Very well, I'll be in the basement for a little while, doing it to work.
Understood.
And he takes the bottle and vanishes downstairs.
Does the wound just close, or can I close it somehow?
You look at closed. Vampire,
Okay.
the lick of a vampire's tongue can mend small wounds like that. Typically bites. Yeah.
Rolling at me in chat.
Yeah, typically when a vampire needs to give blood, they'll bite their own wrist open and then bleed into someone, then lick it shut.
Mhm.
It's how you keep someone from living to death when you rip open one of their arteries.
Okay, so, there's what, like, you said the night's like 10 hours long and we've used 4 hours of the night, so
Yeah, they're about.
got like 6 left.
There's still a little time if you wanted to go hunting, but the longer the evening it goes, especially in this time period, the harder the hunting gets.
Yep, so I think we'll go now.
Commerce also dries up pretty quickly. Like, if you wanted to try to find someone to buy the horses, you'd have a hard time to do it now.
Yeah, that probably has to wait until tomorrow. early evening.
Mm.
I think we were keeping the horses though, right?
Yeah, so far we're keeping them
Yeah.
unless there's not really on any unless just so far.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a decision so far. I don't think anyone has any objections at this point.
So,
Nope.
anyone going out to hunt or do anything for the
Yes.
rest of this night, or?
Evelyn and Mary will. Evelyn's gonna check if Benedict is hungry too. I don't think he's fed since we met.
Yeah, I'd like to go with.
Okay. Well, my next question is anyone is anyone hunting as a group?
I have to accompany Mary. I'm going to use a ritual to try and conceal us a bit more. I think you know the one, but I'll send it to you anyway.
Oh, the one where you turn invisible?
I mean, actually, let me double check. I have two different ones. I have During the Mask of Shadows. I also have Incorporeal. Incorporeal Passage is just for moving through objects. Yeah, this one.
Right, yeah, that one. Okay.
I think that's just on. Wait, and each individual? So I can potentially cast it on Mary too?
The ritual may be silently cast on a number of subjects equal to their occult rating. Each person past the first adds 5 minutes to the casting time. So it's 10 minutes to cast the ritual base, so another 5. And less than a number of hours equals the successes rolled. So, yeah. It's going to be 15 minutes if you want to shadow up Mary.
Okay. So it's just a cult? Is that a roll? Should really write the rolls down. Intelligence and occult. I'm going to write that down so I know for next time. Roll. That's occult.
That's a little 2 ritual, I think, right?
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Actually, let me double check.
5 successes. So you can keep this up the rest of the night.
Yeah, it is level 2. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask first off, Benedict, how do you hunt? How do you acquire prey?
I will attempt one at a. Are taverns still open at this hour?
Yeah, they'll especially if they have an adjoined like inn sort of situation. There'll still be some people getting the last couple of drinks in before turning in for the night. Probably.
I'll see if there's anyone that recognizes him as a boxer.
Okay.
And then I'll offer some private lessons with them.
Is that a private lesson with an eyebrow waggle? Or a private lesson like, yeah, no, I'll show you how to throw a punch.
Yeah, I'll show them how to throw out the punch.
Okay, roll me
Wonderful, man blood.
charisma plus expression. And throw in an
Charisma
extra dot for
plus-
your fame.
Okay. Charisma. Okay. God fucking damn it.
Oof.
Oh. Oh. We'll get back to you, Benedict.
Oh, no. What have you done?
What did I do?
I should have cast the shadows on you too.
Evelyn, how are you hunting with Mary?
Just going after the same kind of people that aren't going to be missed, people that are in pairs or single and isolated places, because we're not going to be noticed until it's too late, hopefully.
Okay, so you're just sneaking up and giving them the whole nom?
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be a dexterity and stealth. Your difficulty is lowered because you got spooky shadows covering you.
That's good, because I am not good at those.
I'll roll for Mary. She's not particularly good at this. She did roll fine.
Hope I hold up my end.
Mary manages to consume
failure.
from a mortal. She gets enough, probably, and then stops before they get too woozy.
Good girl.
I had to be careful, this guy's really drunk. I'm not sure if he'll... Ooh. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. He's fine. He's all warm and toasty. Right. Oh, they can't talk. Right, because it just drops the guy on the ground. Ooh.
As long as she closed the wound, that's fine.
Yeah, there's no blood when he hits the floor. Just some groaning.
Works. That means he's alive.
Evelyn, you were able to consume... Evelyn, you would personally be able to pick out at least 3 mortals to feed from, so you're able to consume as much as you need.
Okay, so... I need... Get back to my max. I need... 3, I think? Yeah. And then... We're going to be here 2 more nights. I guess I can pay in advance again to... Claudio.
If you'd like.
So can I easily get 6 total points?
You could draw from... Your body could hold an extra, I'm going to say an extra 3 blood points above normal.
Okay.
You'll consume twice every night when you're above normal, though. So... Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can give 1 to Claudio tonight and 1 more. And then when I wake up tomorrow, I'll lose 2 points and I'll be back to max.
Yeah.
Okay. That works.
Was anyone else hunting?
I refuse to leave this building.
But Christoph would, at this point, would just tell... If Francois is still awake at this point, it was just... Hey, could you check on Cam? I'll still patrol just to double check.
Aww.
He nods, though he's looking tired. Right, so we're gonna cut over to a tavern. As I find a trap. Oh, that's the wrong... I forgot to get rid of that character token there. There's gonna be a different character token there in a second here. As I quickly look up another track. Huh.
Remember, Benedict, you can use willpower.
So, it's as you said before, Benedict. You go to this tavern, you start talking around, you ask... You get into a conversation with someone. They seem a tough, strapping sort, a military man, perhaps. And the conversation goes to boxing, and he recognizes the name of, like your last name. and you get talking, and yeah, no, he's a bit of a fan. He used to box when he was in the Navy himself. And when you offer to show him your technique, this gentleman says,
Fuck it.
"You're not trying to, threaten an officer of the peace to, box his ears off, are you?"
Oh, goodness, no. I'm only here to teach you how to box myself. I used to be a professional.
Well, that's interesting. Man of my business has to be good with his hands in case he's caught off guard. I tell you what, let's go in the alley behind. Make sure... I'll probably go one of my lads nearby, make sure no one thinks anything untoward's happening, and we can, throw hands a bit.
Excellent.
Gauge what a professional can do. Do you follow this man?
All right. Yeah, I let him lead the way.
He does. He brings out the front into an alley nearby. Do you attempt to make any sort of move on him while he's doing this? The bar is barely populated. He steps outside and says, "Hold on, let me flag down one of the local constables. Make sure he knows nothing wrong's happening."
I don't really have much. I'll just wait until it's just the both of us at that alley.
Okay. He flags down a man with a pike and a breastplate and tells him, "Hey, if you hear some fist fighting, it's just me. I'm having some fun with a mate. Don't worry about it." And he turns back to you as you two make your way into the alley and says, "Oh, I must be terribly rude. A bit. The gentry, I've been forced to hobnob with them for a bit, and it's got me forgetting my manners when it's not being forced on me by someone else. Sir Johannes Bram." Extends a hand.
Nice to meet you, Sir Bram. My name is Benedict, and he extends his arm to shake his.
"Nice to formally meet you. Now put your dukes up."
All right. Benedict will attempt to knock him out in one punch.
Sure. Yes. Go for it. Give me a...
What will I roll?
Give me your choice of Dex plus Brawling or Strength plus Brawling.
Okay.
And you don't have any supernatural strength or dexterity, right? You have just high-level normal human stuff, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
What you roll there? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. 4 successes. Roll me. Just double checking combat here because you're just trying to daze him so you go in for the bite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drama. Combat systems. An unarmed attack. Okay, now roll me, if you would. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Roll me your strength plus 3.
Plus 3, right? Okay.
Ooh, Fadoof.
Ooh.
That's only 1 success to soak there, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 points of bludgeoning to this man. You deck him square in the nose in his broken nose, and he just goes, "Ah! Oh! Oh yeah, you're tough." And he's recoiling from the hit, and he's kind of chuckling to himself a bit as he wasn't expecting you to actually be this tough as you said you were. go for the bite.
Hmm.
Do you go for the bite, or are you actually going to, like, box this man into unconsciousness first?
Mm,
Because he's not knocked out yet.
yeah, I'll, one more punch.
Well, he's going to take a swing back at you.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently hurt, so he's at -1 of his dice pool. He's a professional soldier, and he's strong, so he's going to have this many dice. That's 4 successes on the hit. And that's 1 successful bludgeoning damage to you. So you see your bruised category? Put a slash mark through it as he manages to hit you. But you're actually, wait, no, you get to roll soak first. My bad. So just roll your stamina and see how, and successes negate the amount of damage it does. 1 for 1. Oh, yeah, no, you take it right in the face and you barely flinch. Like, you don't even flinch. The only movement of your head and body is the recoil from him slamming his fist into your face. And he looks at you for a second and is, I can't whistle.
Hmm.
Alright. Maybe the thing about pros is they take the hit better. Come on!
Alright, and I take a swing back.
Okay. Same as before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus.
If you... just letting you know, if you had specialized in boxing, that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes. Instead, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So go ahead and roll me your strength plus 5.
Don't accidentally
That's
kill the
5.
dude.
I hope not.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 successes. He's gonna roll his soak. He's tough, but not tough enough. He is now... That's 3 and then 1 more. He is now wounded. As you punch him again, and he goes staggering onto his ball. Oh! Shit! You need a job! Oh! He goes up and presses his thumb to his now probably broken nose and exhales sharply, a gob of blood hitting the floor from when he punched the crap out of him. He is on the ground. He is at this point fairly injured.
Alright, now I will attempt to bite.
Okay.
Get behind him and take a chomp.
So he's dazed. He's trying to get back up. Let me roll his wits here, because you, Block of Water, you accidentally stumbled into the head vampire hunter for the city.
Huh?
Yeah, no. Because I dropped his name a second ago and you didn't react, but to anyone who's keeping notes, this, again, is Sir Johannes Bram, Monster Hunter General.
I wouldn't have known.
So, as you lift him up, like, as you're going behind him, he's like, yeah, thanks, and then he looks at you, and he sees the fangs, he's got halfway up, and he's going to start trying to, this one he's trying to struggle away from you, because he notices you're a fucking vampire, and he immediately realizes the danger he's in. This is going to be you're going to bite. This is going to be a Dex and Brawl. You have an accuracy of +1.
Dex and brawling?
Yep.
And +1, okay.
Yep. So that's...
You've got to be kidding me.
You lose 1. You still get 2 successes, though. So he is going to try and stop this from happening. He does not manage to stop this from happening.
Ooh.
So you need to do enough damage to get through his gorget there, because he's wearing neck protection.
What
So
the
you
fuck?
you're going to roll your strength plus 1 plus 1. So strength plus 2. And he's going to roll his soak plus 2 for the piece of iron on his neck. That's 1, minus 1, 2 successes. He's losing 2 dice because of his injuries already. And you go for the bite. Fucking vampire! And he reaches for a sword.
Oh.
And is trying to swing it around at you and try to get you off of him. He's hurt enough that it's not helping him. That is 1 success. He is now rolling his strength plus 1 for the sword. That is 1 success. Roll your soak. I'm gonna roll for the awareness of the nearby guard. Okay, so he slashes at you with the sword, and it cuts open part of your clothes, but your vampiric skin, tough enough that you don't even care that you've been slashed at. You have 1 more chance at him.
Okay.
As he, manages to shoulder check you, push you away, he's got his sword at the draw and his sword at the ready, he's just like, you monster, you're not getting away.
That's strength plus 2 again, right?
Yep, same rolls as before. That's 3 successes. Go ahead and roll me strength plus 3 again. Actually, no, it's yeah, you're going for brawling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dex plus, yeah, it's strength plus 3 again, yeah. It's 1, 2, 3. So it's 2 successes. His armor is going to try to protect him again. And this time you connect. He goes to try and rig his sword up into your chest as you reach around and grab his shoulder, pulling it out, grabbing his head, wrenching it to the side, and you bite into his throat. Immediately, you can gulp down 3 points of blood. However, staring from over this man's shoulder as he's attempting desperately to resist the power of the vampiric kiss. Not doing great. He's trying to shove you off, but it's not really doing. Down the alley, you see the guard he mentioned before. The guard is looking at you. He's seeing you drinking this man. He's dropped his lantern. He has a pike. He's coming towards you.
Oh,
you spend another round drinking.
Nope, I need to defend myself.
You shove him aside. He's in a daze. Effective the kiss. You are now in combat with a guard.
Okay.
The guard is going to come at you. Actually, you're probably faster. You throw your current quarry aside. This guard has a pike. He's staring at you. Disbelief, horror upon his face. You're a fucking vampire, and you were just drinking a night. Monster! What do you do?
I'm going to throw a punch at him immediately as well.
Okay, go ahead. Dex plus brawling. That's 3 successes. Now strength plus 2. That's 1 success. So, you punch him in the face. Either the afterglow of having drank from someone is causing you to not throw as hard as you can, or this guy actually being ready for a fight has steeled his resolve. You bruise him, not by much. He goes at you with a pike. That's 3 successes. How much damage would a pike do? I'm gonna count it as an axe for damage, so... Got 2 strength. Oh, that's only 1 success. You suck, bro. So you roll me your soak. So he hits you. So this time the halberd's blade makes contact, slashing your shoulder, cutting open your shirt, and drawing some blood. Back, monster! As he's menacing you with the business end of the pike. What do you do?
Oh, do I take any damage for that?
You take 1 point of I think it's lethal damage for a sword. Yeah.
Can I give out of character advice?
So it's an X in your first slot.
Okay. At bruised, right?
Yeah. You suffer no negative penalties yet.
Okay. Could I... Oh, sorry, Vivica?
Can I give out of character advice?
You can.
What is it? Yeah?
Remember to look at your powers, in case any of them are relevant right now. You are a vampire and you're just boxing this dude, so...
Also, if you do
Funny
want...
thing.
If you do want, you can make multiple attacks. It's just you would split your die pool up evenly between the attacks. Unless you have celerity, in which case you can supernaturally go fast.
Okay. Can I actually blood buff to up my strength?
You can. You can blood buff. You have. You can blood buff up to 3 stats in 1 round.
Okay. Yeah, I'll increase my strength.
Okay, so you spend a point of blood and you gain a point of strength.
Mm-hmm. And am I also able to pick up the captain's sword and use it against the guy with the pike?
Totally.
Okay, then I'll do just that.
So you grab the sword from off the ground, and you go to stab this man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me you're striking. So a weapon strike, dex plus melee.
X plus melee. Okay.
Let me get a little song that's a little more actiony than this. There we go. I was not expecting this to turn into a full-on fight. Oh, so that's 2 successes. You strike and connect. You do 1 extra point of... So give me your strength plus 3 here.
Okay.
That's 1, 2 successes. So that's 2 points of slashing damage against this poor man. So he had 1 point of bludgeoning, and now he takes 2 points of slashing. He is injured as you just rake this sword across his chest after picking it up off the ground. He is now at a penalty for his rolls. So he's still going to go after you with the halberd, picking up defensively now that you have a fairly well-crafted weapon. That's 1 point of success, and he goes for the halberd strike again. He overextends, and you get to see with the blunt end of it just on the shoulder, doing no damage.
Oh.
Fuck! Monster! Your go.
Okay.
He's injured. The crimson is flowing.
Benedict will he'll stand up tall and proud to intimidate the guy a little bit more, making it look like it didn't bother him. And he'll slash again with the sword.
Okay, same rolls as last time. Well, first roll is last time. The second one is dependent.
Okay.
So,
That is.
Dex and melee.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's 3 successes, which I think is what you got. Yeah, it's 1 more than you got last time. So that's
Okay.
2 plus
There you go.
strength plus 2. Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. That's. He's got a breastplate. He's gonna try to soak some of this.
Mm-hmm.
And he did not. He, in fact, botched. So the man falls to the ground. You give him a deadly slash across the chest. A large spray of blood comes out of him as he crumbles to the ground, panting, scrambling to basically keep his guts in. He's not dead yet, but he's on death's door.
Mm. Is he gonna make a move?
Oh no, he's given. He is literally 1 point of damage shy of being dead.
I drink his blood.
Okay, do you bite him? Because you don't really need to.
Yeah, I bite him.
Okay. How much do you drink?
I'll just take enough for 1 point.
Okay. Uh-huh. Sure. How much humanity do you have, by the way?
I have 1, 2, 6.
6. Okay, you have 6. Yeah. Do you stop here? Because it sounds like there's a crowd coming. This has caused quite the commotion.
After drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop there. And also, I would like to use my obfuscate.
Mm-hmm.
The level 3 one for Mask of 1,000 Faces.
Okay.
And I'll try to copy the guard captain.
Okay. Mask of 1,000 Faces. Roll manipulation plus performance.
Okay. Let me just look at my stats for that. Manipulation. Performance. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Let me just double check a thing here. I'm just double checking to see if you're spending any blood for this. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it says costs any blood unless you're trying to become more attractive than you are normally. How many? What'd you roll?
It's the last one.
No successes.
Mm-hmm.
So you attempt to copy this man's face. It doesn't work. You do hear the sounds of footsteps and distant, increasing amounts of light as, no doubt, people are coming with lit torches and lanterns to see what the commotion is. Drawing closer. Your time is running short here.
Yeah, I'm just going to escape.
Okay. Give me Dex plus Stealth.
X plus stealth.
You could activate your unseen presence as well if you'd like.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
What's necessary? Yeah. Go ahead. That'll lower the difficulty of that roll there. Yeah. So you gather the shadows around yourself as you then break out and run, leaving behind the injured witch hunter general, actually monster hunter general, and the nearly dead guard, as folks clamber into this alleyway, and you beat a hasty retreat into the winding streets of London. And that's what happens when you fail a roll and botch on a hunting roll. You do manage to slip away into the shadows and leave the grisly scene of 2 near murders in the rear view.
Near murder.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's it for the night. When Bennett does return, though, it is clear to see that he has been injured slightly, and that there have been some cuts into his clothing.
Benedict!
I don't know if I'd be back by now.
What happened?
Evelyn, you're gonna get back after Benedict. Your hunt was a lot more successful.
I ran into someone that was a bit harder than I would have wanted to bite into.
Oh no. Let me see. Where's the wound?
Right here at my shoulder. Is there anything you can do about it?
Is there anything I can do about it other than licking him?
No, not really.
Stick out your tongue! Benedict, stick out your tongue!
You can
Okay.
twist his
Try to
shoulder?
wipe his draw and then put it on it with my hand.
You rubber... So here's the thing. All of the vampire's
Oh my
bodily
God.
fluids are blood.
Hmm?
Damn it!
You're rubbing blood on blood.
So, effectively, you're running what is effectively light, runny blood on a wound. It's very messy, and now your hands are covered in blood.
Damn it, this one smells so good.
Hey.
Look away! Look away now! Look away!
Okay. Benedict turns his head around.
You clean the blood. I'm not.
Are you sure about that, Kemutai?
No. Just lick his wound close and then just lick the blood on my hand like.
Are you sure about that?
What?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
There are consequences for drinking another vampire's blood.
Wait, that's his blood.
That's his
his
blood, yes.
Oh, okay. No, then yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that.
Around this point in time, Claudio comes up, sees this mess, goes back downstairs, and comes back up with a number of rags, and just starts patting you down and wiping your hands off, Kemutai.
Oh, thank you.
Neonates these days.
Mm.
An injury that light will be fine by tomorrow night. Just try not to bleed over everything.
So it was.
Thank you.
It was a human that did this to you.
2 humans. One was a bit flashy with a sword. Really well made. Oh yeah. Oh, am I able to keep the sword that I took?
You didn't drop it, so you have in fact a fine sword.
Oh yeah. This was this sword.
Have I ever seen this sword?
Go ahead. You haven't seen this sword. No, Kemutai.
Okay, then no
Actually,
such.
considering your perception, you might actually fucking give me an intelligence, straight intelligence. Actually,
Oh shit!
1 second. Roll me politics if you have it.
Nope.
Okay, so Kemutai, you recognize the sword. It was on the hip of the monster hunter general the other day.
You cough. This man, does he have his hair going this way, and then his chin got like little hair like that?
Now that you mention it, yeah. Do you know him?
That's the headhunter! What did you do to him? Did anybody follow you?
I'm quite sure I wasn't followed. I stepped into the shadows and disappeared from there. I wasn't seen by anyone else aside from one dying, probably dead by now guard. And, well, I just left him in the ground.
You did not kill him?
I did not.
Okay, that's a relief. If he died, there will be more problem.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing I didn't then.
You are stronger than the headhunter. Wow.
It's something that's good to know.
Out of character question?
Yes.
Being fed on causes people to be dazed and lose some of their recent memory, right?
Yes.
So he might not remember Benedict.
Yeah, he won't.
He might not know, but
I hope so.
But people in the bar did see Benedict go out with him. So
yeah.
But he didn't mention his name until he was in the alleyway with him.
Above,
But he recognized his face.
just telling you now, he'd have to be a very bad investigator to not find out who Benedict was.
I hope he sucks. You should have killed him.
Dear.
Never mind, it's fine. Benedict, do you examine your sword at all? Do you examine your sword at all?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Now that Kemritai has mentioned that.
The pommel is a mix of heraldry, including the symbol of the English Protectorate that is currently under Cromwell, rather than like the sigil of the royal family. I forget who was in charge at this point. English kings, who cares? But additionally, there is a big clenched fist smashing down towards the bottom on the pommel of this thing. The blade itself is rather nice, lightweight, well balanced. Yeah.
Do I also have the sheath of the sword?
You do not.
Okay, well then, if the person that wielded the sword is that important, we'll have to hide it somehow, wrap it in something. You don't want anyone outside to recognize this, carrying it around.
Well, try to hide then.
In the basement for now.
Nice sword.
It is a very nice sword. So you just put it in the basement for now?
Yeah, we'll hide it for now. We shouldn't try to sell it here. Or anything like that.
Is Francois still awake?
Francois? Yeah. He's a
Did
little
he
tired,
see
but
any
he's
of this?
He's seeing all this he is seeing all of this happen. It's like just a bit in awe of this shit, just like, what the fuck?
Would he know anything about it?
Big mood.
A bit mouth again. Do you show it to him?
What do you think, Kim?
Well, he is a squire. He might know something about it, but just look at him, and like in a like my face is facing Benedict, but not facing Francois, and in her face is just like, the like untrusty face.
Yeah, sure, I'll show it.
Like that.
So Francois just looks at it and says, You're telling me you just beat this, you mugged the head inquisitor of the city?
Yeah, I guess so. Can you tell me more about this?
He he closes his eyes and presses his fingers to his eyes and rubs them like, what the fuck? And he looks at the sword. It's fan mech. Very fan mech. This is from the Royal Armory. Hold on 1 second, was the DM rolls this boy's ability to recognize sword.
You want to buy it?
No, because then it'd be an enemy of the English crown. This
Oh,
isn't
damn.
some big fancy name sword, so who knows what names the man gave it to him, or national treasure, but this is illegal to own unless you are a knight or a high-ranking member of the military. This right here, his personal symbol. You may as well, if you are to parade around with this, you may as well advertise to the whole world that you robbed the man. Wrap the blade
Well-
so it doesn't tarnish and stick it in the chest. And put to codes that we do not get checked by customs.
He is going to be very angry when he wake up and not find his sword. Anyway, perhaps you can keep it as
would be a
souvenir for
huge
now.
embarrassment.
I feel bad for the man, not going to lie.
I don't. He tried to kill me.
Well, you were trying to eat him, no?
I was hungry.
Ugh, oh dear. But like, yeah! And then she just walked. She just walked back to a corner, rubbing her head.
Very
It's
well.
about the
I'll keep
time
this
that
hidden then.
Evelyn and Mary get back.
So we come
You have time to
into
put the weapon
Embertai
away.
retreating.
Yeah, more or less.
If Kristoff noticed coming back too, he would just go back into like, all right, no need to like stay outside anymore.
I guess if she sees Benedict standing there and Kimbertai walking away, Evelyn will say to Benedict, "She's still agitated."
Could I have heard that question?
Yep.
Agitated? He bucked the head inquisitor!
He what?
Evelyn grows very still for a moment.
He bucked him, drink him as though he thought. I don't know if I should be impressed or upset about this.
A little bit of both, frankly, seems appropriate.
Evelyn's
Didn't know
gonna
you
look
have
at
it in you.
Benedict. Evelyn looks at Benedict.
Benedict holds the sword up a little to show them.
It glints in the
sword.
candlelight. Benedict, roll me self-control.
Self-control. Oh,
Oh no!
that was so casual.
Oh no!
Benedict.
Well.
Benedict. You don't know how you didn't see it before. The curves, the fine construction, the beautiful work. She may not be able to talk, but it's your beloved. It is...
God.
Just double checking the name. It's Elizabeth. Benedict.
My
Call
love.
me Elizabeth.
He holds it more caressingly in his arms than when he was presenting it. Now it's like he's carrying his princess carrying it.
What are you doing?
Evelyn narrows her eyes at him.
A tear streams down his face. It's been so long.
A single bloody tear rolls
A
down his
single
face
bloody
as he
tear.
cradles this sword.
It's been so long. I've been looking for you for 20 years. Where have you been?
So he's holding the sword in his arms like a person?
Cradling it like a maiden who's fainted in his arms, yes.
Okay, Evelyn is gonna slap him.
Can I figure out what is wrong with
You
him?
mind?
Benedict, she's just jealous. Kemrutai, you may roll your intelligence plus occult.
Well, that's going on. Freaking Christoph was going to like pat it in the back, but like, hey, I didn't know what you had it in you, but right now.
You are acutely aware of the curse of the blood of Malkav. All of your clan, all of your tribe of vampires are afflicted by acute madness. Something often unique to the vampire themselves that makes your mind work in strange ways. Clearly the curse of the blood of Malkav, of Malkavian blood, has affected Benedict, so he thinks this sword is a very pretty lady.
Just leave him alone. He'll be fine. She'll make a real still face and just walk back to her corner.
Evelyn is gonna follow Kimbertai.
Kimbertai just sigh deeply.
Benedict will take the sword to the basement to spend some time with it.
Christoph watches him
Oh my
go to
God.
the basement and he's like,
Am I understanding that he believes the evidence of his crime is... I don't know. A woman?
Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know if. Let's just say that that's his unique personality.
Benedict, roll
Don't
me
worry
a soak
about
roll,
it.
please.
What?
Oh, what?
A soak roll. The roll to resist damage.
Oh my god!
Congratulations, when you kiss your sword, you don't cut your lips off.
Thank goodness.
Can we get it a sheath at least?
You also don't like rip up your arms when caressing it or so.
He will get his reality check eventually. We just have to wait.
This is temporary.
I don't know. Well, if this show, I'm afraid it probably will happen again. Anyway, did you see anything while you were coming back?
Nothing of note.
Nothing at all.
No.
Interesting, because somebody else is also not here. She'll cross her arm and look away.
Someone's missing?
No. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Is something the matter, Kimbertai?
Perhaps. I'll look with the corner of my eye, see if like Kristoff's still in the area.
Are you similarly afflicted?
I witnessed all that, yeah. He was like, what the fuck, all the way. I was just there, standing.
Are
I
you
don't
feeling
know.
all right?
I am all right.
Do we know what was witnessed? How much danger Benedict's actions have further put us into?
So Well, he's a big figure person, and from what François mentioned, that sword, nobody can see it. If anybody check and find it, we're screwed, because on top of messing with the head inquisitor, he also is a thief.
Right.
Yes.
Well, seems he must cover his face now when he goes out. Perhaps he should not go out anymore.
Yes.
My God.
Well, I believe he's fed to the brim, so that should not be a problem anymore.
Well, I would try to convince him to wrap the hilt and find a sheath for it, perhaps improvise one, but he may not be particularly willing to listen to me right now.
Yes, you saw his reaction. I think we should leave him alone.
All right. She's gonna lock the basement.
So, no one else has any further plans for the evening?
I would like to go into like she's gonna wait until everybody's sleeping first, and then she's gonna go into her astral form, and she's gonna go talk to a particular ghost.
Okay, you can do that as your humanity is the highest. Ergo, you fall asleep the latest and rise the earliest.
Yes.
So you wish to go speak to a ghost?
Yes.
Okay, let me just bring this to another page here as you astrally project. You find yourself projected into one of the storage rooms aboard this ghost vessel.
Oh no.
Wrong ghost?
Kristoff's ghost.
Wrong ghost. Wrong ghost. Okay, I brought out a token and everything. Okay. So, once Kristoff goes to sleep, time passes. By the way, downstairs in the basement, as you fall asleep, and I'll get to you in the morning. It's fine. Or the evening. I guess you after sunset. Once Benedict goes to sleep, once everyone is asleep, Kemmutai, except for the humans, who went to sleep way earlier than everyone else. So actually, at this point in time, it's like 5 a.m., and you're the last one to fall asleep. The sun will be rising pretty soon.
Yes. I'll go into my astral form and approach Leonard.
You see the aura, the spirit, attached to their brother, standing over them. They turn and look at you. It's like looking at a second brain. Fuck. Name's Kristoff. A little bit different. For one, very dead. For two, the marks of how they died are reflected upon their body. So it looks like Kristoff, except... Oh, Kristoff, how did your brother die again? Was he bludgeoned over the head or stabbed? Or drowned?
Stabbed.
A gruesome stab mark in his heart. You can actually see straight through it.
Who are you to him?
He looks at you, and they speak. Do you speak Spanish?
No!
He says something in Spanish.
I don't
In German,
understand.
that's it'd
Oh,
be.
German, right, my bad. In German.
Nope. Can you speak English?
9. He speaks again. Roll me your intelligence. 'Cause
Okay.
German and English do have a number of words in common. And I'm thinking of one in particular. So, we hear Christoph est mein Bruder. Or something to that effect. I don't... Rickro can pillory me for that later. But he says, est mein Bruder. And unfortunately, Kemrutai, you're hearing a shared word with English, which is not your first language, and you're not able to piece that together.
How... She should use her hand sign now. How you die, and then she points at the wound on his heart.
He looks at her and looks at him, at Christoph, and then he points at Christoph, and then he points at his chest.
She'll make like 2 hands to the side, like, and tilt her head, like, why?
He looks at you confused for a moment, and then begins to speak at length in German.
She'll make a face like, I don't get it.
He grunts and grumbles. I'm gonna roll how smart Christoph's brother was. And in broken mix of German and English, jealous bastard stabbed me. Yeah, brother, me brother.
Yes, Kinslayer.
Da. No, that's Russian. Hold on, what's that?
She'll pause for a bit. You tell me no trust him. What he doing? What his plan?
My God, the Lipschen. Then he continues in German, rather energetically, pointing at him and you, and then everyone else in the room, and then back at you, and then quite pointedly at the hole in his chest.
No. Huh. Thank you for warning.
He sighs.
What should I do? I can't fight him. He's strong. She'll make like point at Christoph and then do like a muscle pose.
He nods. And then he just shrugs. Let me roll again for his intelligence here. A book hits the... I would say a book hits you. He picks up a book with his spectral hand, and then it throws at your sleeping body.
Oh.
God fucking
Oh. A book, like you actually see as he levitates a book, and then he throws it at you, and you feel it, though it doesn't hit your corporeal form, your incorporeal form, because it hits your body. While you're astrally projected into the same room.
Is that book anything particular, or he just grab something random, just throw at me?
It's just a Bible.
Huh. She look even more confused. I guess that means I go back.
He says something confused and frustratedly in German.
She'll try to remember. Okay, tell me everything I remember. Point at him and point at her head, and then point at and then she points at Claudius. Maybe Claudius know German, or somebody else that know German.
We're going to try to phonetically memorize what he says.
Yes.
He sighs and then gives you the entire spiel again. The entire rambling tale of woe and betrayal in German.
Shot, please. Shot.
You do like a short, like a go faster or a short hand sign, and he rolls his eyes and sighs, and he spits a phrase in German, and then he gives you another version of it that's about a minute long.
Okay. Oh my god.
You can try to remember it phonetically. It's gonna be hard.
Okay. That's intelligent?
It's gonna be intelligence plus... When you try to recount it later, it's gonna be intelligence plus performance.
Okay, yeah, I got performance.
Mm-hmm. So you return to your body and you rest for the night.
Okay.
Crow, just whatever. I'll type it. Right, so the day comes, the day passes. Everyone spend a point of blood to rise and recover a point of willpower.
Just from something from last night, since I'm going to lose 2 blood points in the morning anyway, before I go to sleep, can I give 2 more blood points to Claudia?
He'll take it.
Pay my debt in advance.
Yep.
Because then I'll be just back to 15 now when I wake up.
Mm-hmm. You do so. Uh-huh. So you each have the full day ahead of you as you rise from your slumber. Yeah. Does anyone have any plans for the evening? There was talk of acquiring medicine, of using soothsaying abilities to acquire some funds.
Evelyn is going to check on Benedict.
Benedict, speaking of,
Has he,
when you awaken...
Has he slit his own throat yet?
Benedict, when you awaken the following night, you discover that your beloved isn't here anymore. But in your hands, she has left you a token of her appreciation. This finely crafted sword. It reminds you of her. And you are sure that she left it for you.
My love, where did you go this time? Don't leave me. He clutches the sword close to him and stays there for a moment.
Evelyn, you unlock the door down to the downstairs.
Yes.
How are you feeling this evening?
Sorry, disappointment in her voice.
She's smiling.
I'm doing fine. Have you seen a woman leave the basement?
No, it was only you and She looks at the sword. Your friend?
She must have left during the night. Thank you. Is there anywhere that we could store this sword safely?
I was going to ask you, perhaps we should at least cover it up, because it will be very recognizable as evidence of your actions last night.
My actions last night? Yes, I was with her.
I was more thinking the assault upon the Monster Hunter General.
I don't see how the sword has any connection with that. But either way, we could have this wrapped up and hidden. That
Yes.
would be a good
Of
idea.
course, you know what she means.
Yes.
You did stab him with that.
Oh, okay. But doesn't that conflict with me knowing
You
that she
have
gave
this-
that
you
to
have-
me?
Yes, it does, but you rationalize it away as it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh.
He clearly
You're
kidnapped
right.
her, I guess. I don't know. You freed her from his grasp. Anyway, yes, let's keep it safe. Make sure no one recognizes it and tries to take it from you. I
Okay,
think that will be good.
sounds great.
Thank you. Okay, she's gonna help him do that. She doesn't trust him to do anything right now.
Yeah, Benedict, you remember picking up this sword and stabbing a man with it, but you also clearly remember your beloved giving it to you, so you might have just dropped it earlier that evening. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Right, so,
Um,
business for the evening.
Other than that, Evelyn is going to try and teach Mary how to use some domination
Right?
flavored things. She can do that.
Can I ask Evelyn if she know German?
What would be like a roll I would make to see how well I hide my reaction?
That would be, charisma plus subterfuge.
Oh, I also have to do another roll
Yeah, because you did wake
for
up tonight.
waking up. So let me do that first.
Is your charisma or appearance plus subterfuge would be to hide your expression. That's a success. You do not
Or
suffer
appearance
those negative effects.
plus subterfuge. Okay, thank you. Charisma or appearance. Let's see. Subterfuge. Okay.
You managed to stifle your surprise.
So she kind of hesitates for a second, and then she says, "No, I do not."
Oh, okay. Sorry to bother. And then she's gonna
Why
go
do you
to...
ask?
Oh, I need someone to translate something for me.
Well, I do know some Latin. I'm not sure if there's any overlap, but if you have it written down, perhaps I could attempt to interpret it. I'm quite skilled with language, even unfamiliar ones.
Well, I look around the room. Is Kristoff in the room?
Yes.
Can we go downstairs?
Yes.
I'll wait for Evelyn to go in first, and then I'll follow and make sure the door is closed.
Is Benedict still down in the basement?
He doesn't have to be.
Yeah, he'll get up at the chapel along with Evelyn.
If you wanted to hide the sword, you find a chest with a few other bits and bobs that are going to be taken along, as well as some cloth you could wrap it in.
Well, this is going on. Christoph will definitely would like to try to survey the street since, you know, what happened last night, to see
Kristoff,
How
give me...
feasible
Yeah, perception plus awareness. There are many more guards out on the street, patrolling the streets, going down the corners, lanterns and torches lit, and yeah, no, the security around the city seems to be on high alert.
Well, that's just perfect. After that, he just ponders to a corner to just probably next to Francois, just thinking what to do next.
We cut down to the basement with Evelyn and Kimbertai.
Okay. Kimbertai is more cautious than usual. It's like she always look over to the corner, to the door, making sure nobody else is here.
Something happened.
I don't trust Christoph.
What has he done?
He killed his brother.
How do you know this?
I talked to his brother.
Well, he is a vampire.
Yes, but I think he is going to kill us all.
What makes you believe this?
Well, for one, he's... I don't know. Like, one moment he's really nice and reliable, another moment he's very scary. And
Has he attacked you? Has he acted against you?
no, but the other day with the dog, you and I, we both believe we saw it, right? Why does he never say anything?
We asked him to check, and he checked, and we were not followed.
Yeah.
His survival relies as much upon his efforts here as ours does. I do not trust him, but I believe that I can predict him enough that he is useful for the moment. But if you have other information, I don't know what German has to do with this, but...
Here, I remember as much as I can. His brother cannot speak our language. He only speaks German. And she's gonna try to recite what the brother told her.
That'll be intelligence plus expression. No, performance, right? I said performance.
Oh.
And I'm looking for you have polyglot, right?
Oh boy.
Do I get any kind of benefit in interpreting because of my... forgotten the name of the skill, the language.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Social or mental? Natural linguist. You may add 3 dice to any dice pool involving a written or spoken language. So 3 dice. You
add
rolled
3 to whatever the roll is.
You need 40-10.
Oh. A dirt. Oh no!
So.
Bubble, bubble, down, down.
Bratwurst. 9-9.
Sauerkraut.
That's about as much. I mean, going the comedy route, Kemrutai, you accidentally recite the opening lines of the Ring Saga, which I don't think actually has been written yet. Yeah,
Monkey's on keyboard situation.
You accidentally recite a bunch of Beowulf.
Oh my god.
But to both people in the room, it just sounds like German gibberish, bordering on full-on Swedish chef, bork, 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 Hergendurga.
I'm afraid this has no meaning to me. Is there any way that I could hear his brother's spirit directly?
I can try this. She can plan her memory through telepathy, right? If I remember right.
That
Or
gives
just
you flashes of
vision.
images and thoughts, more so than anything?
Can she use her body while she's seancing, whatever?
Let me double check.
So she can just like tell the ghost, like, just use my voice and just talk through my body.
I mean, there's ghosts have abilities. If you wanted to be an empty vessel for a little bit.
Nah, she doesn't trust the ghost that much.
He might try and kill his brother.
No. I'm not seeing. Yeah, well, you're out of your body. You're out of your body.
Gee. Next time, I will reserve enough power to note this down.
Well, we do not have enough information. We do not know if his brother attempted to kill him, or what the motive was, if it was self-defense.
He said it was jealousy, because he's a bastard.
Out of character, what are the beliefs around persistent souls on Earth after death within Catholicism at this time period?
That's a hell of a question. I'm not entirely up to date in the notions of. So, okay, well.
Well, this
Dante's
period is like
Inferno
what?
popular around now.
Victorian?
There's definitely belief in ghosts. Ghosts are definitely a thing people believe in. Given what little knowledge I have on period thoughts of the afterlife, ghosts haunting locations is definitely something people believe in. The church would have unofficially likely be pulling a little bit from Dante, believing the idea that ghosts are likely souls trapped on Earth because they're not able to get into heaven, but they're not stuck in hell yet. Effectively, they're doing penance on Earth to slowly be allowed into heaven.
So they're in purgatory, basically.
Yeah, like an earthly purgatory. Or that they have business they must complete before they are allowed to go to heaven, hell, or purgatory. Also, we're post-Renaissance.
Yeah, there's
High
examples in scripture,
not Victorian.
apparently. Post-Renaissance, okay. Alright, I do not know what your beliefs are, Kimritai, but my belief is that a ghost would be stuck in earthly purgatory if they had sin, which allowed them not to prevented them from ascending to heaven, but did not condemn them to hell. So I would not trust the word of this spirit entirely, even if we could decipher it. But if you can get a written account somehow, I will attempt to translate it, but I don't want you to put too much stock into this. I will continue to observe Christoph. I do not trust him. I'm not saying that I distrust him either. I observe him, and I use my observation to inform my action. And should he prove himself through his actions to be dangerous to us, then I will not hesitate.
All right.
But for now, our purposes align. We all wish to avoid destruction and leave this land. It
I
would be
think,
best that you not alert him too much to your mistrust. That could cause more friction than is necessary, but remain alert.
Yes, ghosts don't lie though.
They're incapable of lying?
No, ghosts don't lie, the demons lie.
Can demons not present themselves as ghosts?
This one is definitely a ghost. I can see the aura.
Alright, well, I'll trust your judgment on that, but as I said, we should not take word for word his side of the story, even should we be able to discern it, which at this moment we're not.
She looked bum. Like, nobody believes me, kind of bum.
But if you can somehow make a written account a little more clear than what you've recalled tonight, then I will do my best to decipher it, even though I'm not fluent in the language, but I have some experience with language in general.
Alright. Thank you for listening. I'll be
trust you
down
to
here
keep-
for a little bit more.
Yes, I'll trust you to keep your eye on things, and I will do the same.
I will.
Okay, she's gonna go back up.
So, any business for the evening?
Just teaching Mary dominate skills.
Was anyone going to... Kimbertai, you wanted to run your soothsaying business for the night.
Kim's now too scared to go outside.
Okay, great. Anything from Kristoff?
Not particularly yet, actually. Just fucking.
Is he gonna warn everyone that it's high alert out?
Definitely. Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay, well,
It's just like was planning to visit black market spots, but cars all around. That's a bit of a out of the window now.
Kristoff, you? Any plans?
You mean
set up?
Benedict?
Benedict, fucking goddamn, yes. I just said...
He would have wanted to go out and look for his beloved, but after Kristoff's warning, he decided that it's better to stay and that she's safer out there anyway with more alert guards.
So, are you going to just let the entire evening pass by?
I mean, I'm doing stuff.
Well, if no one's doing anything, I would try to sneak to like the ship just to see if at least the ruckus has lowered the the amount of guards around that area specifically.
So you want to sneak over to the ship to see if the attention's been drawn off from it?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity plus stealth. Well,
Oh,
Ooh.
forget calling you Kristoff, I should be calling you Batman. No one even sees you leaving the chapel. No one sees you on the streets. No one sees you as you get on the boat. The commotion has drawn particular attention away from the ship, though the docks are still currently being patrolled about as vigilantly. The ship itself at this time of night has a little more activity on it than the other days, as you see sailors, longshoremen, porters, all manner of workmen finishing up packing up things on the boat. It is being filled to the brim with luggage, finished goods, crates, boxes, personal effects. People are making a very quick effort of getting this thing stocked up and ready to go. To the point in which there's, like, it doesn't matter that there's less guards here. There's just a bunch of people getting on and off the ship. There are a couple of the guards who are there will occasionally stop someone and check a bag or two to see if it's got some kind of contraband at most. But it's not like it's not actively being investigated anymore now.
Good. That's as he goes back, he would, of course, relay this information. But on the way back, he would like to just scout out the area, see if there's any sort of abandoned buildings, particularly around where we're staying at.
Nearby where you're staying?
Yes.
Give me
Or either nearby or like in between.
Okay. Give me a perception plus investigation. You do find, not actually, like, it's not exactly halfway, but closer to the dockside. You do find a warehouse that is currently emptied out, abandoned. Watching it for 5-10 minutes, no one comes in, no one comes out, there's not any guard patrols around there. It looks like it's in some state of disrepair, and that no one's going to be using it anytime soon.
Well, that would definitely do. That would no. With that info, he would just go back to the chapel.
Okay. Return to the chapel. If that is all,
It
I
is
will
all.
time forward. The evening comes and goes, and it is the second day. You must end tonight on board that ship, or you will be trapped in the new world, or the old world. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
I'll attempt to contact the ghost again.
It's easy enough to astrally project into the same room that you're currently in, yes. So you do it. Oh, by the way, keep
I
track
already
of your
rest the
blood,
night, right?
because you're gonna do this before everyone sleeps, yes?
Okay, never mind. I can't do it. Not enough willpower to do. Wait, actually, I have 2 points. No, I don't. I already used it. Okay, never mind. I can't.
Okay. So it is sunset on the second day. You must again end today on that boat, or you'll be stuck in a world full of mortals and monsters who wish to find and kill you. And very upset masters. Is there any last-minute preparations you wish to do before making your way to the ship?
I'll meet with Michael for the last time.
We have
Before-
food for all the passengers that we booked, right?
There are the ship's rations, and there is extra rations for 50 people. You have acquired 50 more passengers, though, so.
Yeah, I got specifically high quality rations for 3 months,
For 50 persons,
which is enough
yes.
for 50 people, and that's the rations you're talking about.
The ship does, in addition, have 70 crewmen, and you acquired 50 more passengers.
So are the crew rations paid for, or no?
The crew rations are paid for, they're just not better quality.
Okay.
They're standard.
I'm trying to think. We need to make sure that anyone we feed off is well fed to increase the likelihood that they'll survive. So yeah, we're probably going to need more high quality rations. We will be able to use I mean, effectively, what we'll need to do with the pigs is probably drain them of blood and then just kill them for the meat, like, or at
Yeah.
least if any of them die from blood loss, then use it for the meat. So that would also increase the rations. How much rations is a pig?
A whole pig? That'd be able to feed the entire ship a high quality meal for a day.
Okay. So yeah, we just have the 1 dot of fortune left. So would I have to roll against that?
You would roll that 1 dot of fortune to see what you'd be able to acquire, be it medicine, more high quality rations, better bedding, whatever you could think would be handy.
Is the party okay with me rolling that?
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just 1d10.
Yep.
Oh.
The markets are not favorable. What few of them are even awake at this hour? You're able to get like a nice meal for a single night of food.
Can I pass?
No, unfortunately, the 1 dot fortune is used up.
Okay, I guess Francois gets a really good meal.
Appreciate it.
Good Lord.
Finally, some good fucking food.
Fucking fortune with a meal. Jesus.
Do
Can we at least get some like regular shitty rations so that people aren't literally starving?
Oh, there's more than enough of that.
Okay.
The ship is stocked up with the standard quality of food that a ship like this would have for
Okay.
the period of time we'll be going. The high quality rations are like, in addition to like the hardtack, the salted meats, and the rum, like honeyed fruit, jams, jellies, preserves, things that would keep for a long period of time, but also have a fair amount of sugar to stave off bacterial infections, like mead, honeyed fruits, that sort of stuff.
I mean, sugar is going to make things more likely to rot. You want vinegar, salt.
That as well. Pickled vegetables, a large amount of those.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Jesus.
As opposed to just like, yeah, we're gonna boil this. You're gonna have boiled herring and like softened hardtack for 3 months.
I guess we can also
and like quality to the meals for a while.
we can also fish potentially
That is
when
part
the
of the
sea's
plan.
calm.
Yep.
Okay. Have I managed to convert anyone to my herd?
Were you
What can
using
I do
dominate
to?
on them?
Sure, why not?
You have 1 dot of dominate or 2? You have mesmerize, right?
2. Yep.
Roll me. Roll me leadership plus charisma, and add 2 dots to it.
Leadership. Charisma plus 2.
what you get? 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So get rid of the 10. So I'm gonna say get rid of the note about the 10 religious, the 7 religious whatevers, and just note that you have a 2-dot herd.
Oh, I already had a 2-dot herd with 3 people in it.
That's a 1-dot herd. 3 people is 1 dot.
Oh, okay. So now it's a 2-dot.
Yep. You have fully
Which is how many
converted-
people?
10. You have fully
Cool.
converted the members of your herd to 2 dots. So like full
All
herd
right.
sets.
Herd is a background, right?
Herd is a background, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else gonna do anything?
Yeah. I'm gonna go see Michael for the last time, give him a reading, and ask for his blood as payment.
He'll do so?
Yeah. Do I have to roll anything?
No. How much blood are you going to take?
How much is safe to draw out of him?
3 max.
3 max. Okay, that's it. Sag.
Are you missing any blood when you're done?
Missing 1.
You're not
Like,
hungry enough
it's-
that I'm gonna make you roll self-control.
Okay. So, when she comes back, she probably gonna ask if anybody else gonna go hunting. Go get fed. Yeah, go get
This is the
fed.
next night, right? So I lost a blood point.
Yep.
This is last night. And yes, Christoph would go hunting.
Is it? We're still on high alert, right?
As you move around town, yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna play it safe for now. We still have one more night here, so.
No. this
Yeah,
is
it thought the
is
last
the last
night.
one.
This is the last night? Okay.
Yeah, you have to end tonight on board the ship, or you are stuck in England.
Okay.
Fate worse than death.
Time to do my roll again for obfuscating myself.
Mhm.
Which is int plus occult. I'm gonna use a willpower too.
Mhm.
So that's the one automatic success, right? The willpower.
Yep.
Okay, so I won't roll that.
Okay, that's 2 successes. Real fast, who else is hunting?
Me.
Not me.
Okay.
Kim's gonna reluctantly follow Kristoff.
I don't think
If-
Kristoff needs any boost in hiding, right?
No, not at all. Can though.
Kim's gonna
Um,
ask for it.
Also, before we go hunting, I would instruct or relay the information to the group about the warehouse. In fact, instruct Francois and I forgot his name, Claudio, that if possible, whenever they see the first opening, to move the horses there so they're closer to the ship.
Mm-hmm. They'll do so. They're probably just going to take. They're going to just take everything and pack it onto the ship now, actually. But if you give them those instructions specifically, they'll do it.
Yeah, just so that we can start moving stuff, because that church may or may not be on fire by the end of this session. Hehe.
So the second success, can I give that to Kim?
Thank you.
It's an extra 5 minutes for that roll. The extra success is another hour you can be invisible for, or shrouded for. So if you just take an extra 5 minutes instead of the 10, so 15, you can attach to Kim.
Yep, I'll do that.
So Kim,
So we both have it for an hour, right?
you both have it for 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, that's only one success. It's only 1 hour.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mhm.
So I'll tell her to be quick because she only has an hour with this effect.
So it sounds like everyone's gonna sneak up on somebody and just chomp their neck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get 3 points from someone.
Oh, not me. I'm full.
You woke up. Waking up takes a blood point.
Yeah,
And it's been 2 nights,
Yeah.
so you're down 2.
and if you were overfull, it takes 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I do want to go out and feed then if it takes 2 and you're overfed.
Also, I have to do a
Yeah,
roll.
when you wake up, it takes an extra 1 when you're overfed. Basically, your body will consume the blood faster.
That's
Okay.
my wake up roll.
Yep, you're good. So if you're sneaking up on someone and going for a chomp, please roll me Dex plus Stealth.
That's all of us?
Oh, that's doing it,
Okay.
yeah.
Dex plus...
And mine's lowered from the spell, right? I don't roll anything different.
Yeah, you and Kem your difficulty are lower because of it.
Still.
Could I also lower my difficulty with my obfuscate?
Yeah, actually. Let me just double check that if that lowers the difficulty. Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, my mic was off. Dex plus what?
Dex plus Stealth. Kristoff.
Can I be picky and pick somebody who's like bad people to feed on?
You wish to specifically find someone who's doing a bad thing first.
Yes.
Okay, give me...
How bad?
wits.
Jaywalking? Public urination?
I don't know,
Murdering
robbing
someone?
somebody.
Give me wits plus alertness.
I see you.
Kenmutai, you find you're as you stalk through the alleys of London at night, you find a man brandishing a knife at another man, having already pummeled him in the head with the butt of the knife. Looks like they're robbing them. Okay, go ahead and roll me Dex plus brawling.
No. Oh, Dex plus brawling.
That's
No, that's a wrong. Oh, it's only 3 dice. I thought it's something else.
Oh, actually no, it would be Dex plus stealth because you're sneaking up on him. Either way, you
Oh,
succeeded.
Dex plus stealth. Yeah, first one is Dex plus stealth.
Yeah, because so you find a mugger, some man cowering in terror before them, as you, this shadowy mass, whoosh yourself over him, grabbing him by the shoulders, and bite down on his throat. The man who's being mugged panics, screams about a monster, and runs away. As you are free to consume this man.
I quickly take a dot and then run the other way back home.
Okay. Just remember, folks. I'm gonna say here real fast. Benedict, you can nom on up to 2 people. Evelyn, you can nom on up to 3 people. Kristoff, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people you can nom on.
Honestly, since I've been since Kem is following me or we've been together, I probably numb on the innocent guy.
Oh my god!
Sure, that's actually a good idea.
Kim's gonna let go of the guy she was eating. Why?
Why not?
Eat this guy!
This guy saw you.
Yeah, but we're leaving! Here, eat this guy! Eat more of this guy!
Having loud arguments in an alleyway is a really good way to stay stealthy.
I know,
It
right?
really is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Argument aside, the lot of you manage to feed one last time on these shores, make your way to the ship, enter undetected, and bid farewell to England and the continent of Europe.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Kindred. You are on your way to the new world.
Yippee!
We lived.
Yay!
Let's go.
Oh my god. That was a session. Everyone get
Thank you.
XP. Y'all not getting 4 XP because congratulations, you have finished the story arc.
Ah, goddamn! I forgot to set the church on fire. Whatever.
Did you want to? Because you could have.
Yes.
You do.
Once
So
we're already at the
so you 1 point for succeeding. You managed to escape Europe.
Yay.
1 point for danger. Was there danger? Yes.
I am the danger.
You are. At least the danger magnet.
1 point for wisdom. The player and thus the character came up with a brilliant plan or even spontaneous strategy that enabled the coterie to survive where it would likely have otherwise failed.
I don't know. I had some schemes.
I am a merciful god. Remember that.
I have dyscalculia, and I was doing all the math. I has to be count for something.
Fair. I'll give it to you. So that's 7 XP for the session.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Spend it wisely, as you are now entering probably one of the deadlier parts of the campaign.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it gets worse.
Hell yeah.
Get used to... Let me see here.